And we're live. How's it going?
Good.
All good.
Going good. Today on the show, we have Michael Hobbs, a.k.a. Uglyboy. A lot of you guys might know him from his brand building here in the city. He's got the Dead Crow brand. He's got the Blackbarlist. He's got a lot of things he's doing. Welcome to the show today, Mike.
Thank you. Did I say that right? Did I answer that right?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know why the
What?
fuck I'm saying Mike. I'm just trying to make sure people can find you online. It's Uglyboy.
Maybe that threw me off.
This is Uglyboy. It threw me off too. Let me just fuck out of here. Okay. Anyway.
Thank you for having me. That's what I was supposed to say.
Yeah, there we go.
It's an honor. or something.
Yeah, just give me something. I don't know. I'm doing my thing. All right. Anyway, also on the show today, we have another good friend of mine, also a videographer. Just recently graduated from Full Sail for film production, I believe it was.
Digital cinematography.
There you go. Way more complicated than I was making it. But anyway, we also have today Edward Walker.
Thank you for having me. Shit.
Yes. He's also in charge of his brand, which is So Serious. Or Serious Film,
yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, it was So Serious when it was the music part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're on to film. We're doing bigger and better things, and I am over here fiddling with my phone. All right, so how's it going? How you guys doing? Like, what's going on? Any new things going on in the world of serious films?
Just networking, man. Just trying to meet a lot of people. Just making those connections, really. That's I feel like that's the key to a city like this, man.
Definitely. Yeah, it's all about who you know and what you can offer. You know, because everybody wants a piece of the pie or wants something that you can produce, but it's like, what do you bring to the table? You know, you gotta have something we can use to make some money. You know, get everybody a slice. What about yourself, Ugly? What do you got going on lately?
Like right now,
Right now.
I've been on my designing tip, man. Designing, producing custom clothing, and kind of just really in that lane right there. I mean, I do a lot of other things, but that's the main thing.
So have you always been a designer, or is that something you just kind of recently?
Yeah, I just recently explored that like this year. Designing wise, I went to Full Sail too for graphic design initially, and then it ended up being a lot of other things. But I kind of came back to the graphic design, but now it's for a different, genre or a different type of thing. Like clothing is different. Designing for clothing is different than doing like a mixtape cover.
Yeah.
It's a different lane, and I like it.
Shit, I still got your logo for my photography business.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see the growth because when I first met both of you, I know Ed, when we first met, we were doing music or whatever. You're doing some producing and mixing and stuff like that, engineering. But both of you really started out on like doing like the music videos and stuff like that. Kind of like smaller screen stuff, trying to produce stuff for artists, maybe for yourself as well. I know that you had like I said, you had multiple people that were with your brand and stuff at the time.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see the growth because I see you guys go from that and the different ways you've built your brand and you've expanded into other facets of entertainment or production or whatever. And I know you both wanted to do some film. I've done some short film stuff with you, Ed. Me and Ugly's had several conversations. It's just a matter of making things sync up at the right time, for sure. Do you have any future prospects as far as continuing to do film, Ugly?
Yes.
Yes.
I really do. It's just hard because financially filming could cost, just to be real. And for what type of film I want to make, or a short film or a short doc, it would probably need some funding, So,
Yeah.
but I do that. That's one of my biggest passions. It's never really been like the music videos. It was just actually filming something and making it look, good. So.
Yeah, and I know. Like I said, we were working on that one project that came in.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell the people about that? What happened? Like what my function was with that, what we were doing, and why it went the way it went.
Man, It was just me and the guy Swag. There's just the other guy that actually was part of developing the film. We had came to an agreement to where, let's do something together that we could build. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe we could do it with our own financing and stuff like that. So I pretty much asked him, give me a story and a script. Mm-hmm. And he brought it to the table for real. I asked a lot of other people to try to do it, and nobody would come with it. So we tried it, man. We got a lot of people together and involved, and I think it was just a conflict of interest, pretty much towards the end. That kind of.
What was the title of it?
It was Ambition.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Ambition.
Ambition.
Yep.
Yeah, it was going to be a really dope project. So. But it was just a conflict of interest of the development side, mm-hmm. and it kind of fell apart from there, But it was one of the dopest process that I've been through as far as filming ever. Mm-hmm. It's what I was dreaming to do, you know what I mean? But I'll come back around to that soon.
Yeah, I definitely, it was cool. Like I said, I'd started doing stand-up, and I was like, okay, well, I'm ready to start trying to act. So I went and they had me read some test script, and they was like, hey, well, we'll use you for this part. And then by talking with Ugly and Doss, they was like, hey, well, why don't you just help us work casting and coach people,
right?
And that was just a fun process. That was cool.
It was, man.
I realized I had like kind of a skill for it.
You do,
yeah. And
I was amazed. I was amazed how much you just like took over. That position that we needed. So it's inspiring and motivational. It's just next time I know when we go into it, we'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, and like really that comes, a lot of that too comes from working with Ed, because while Ed was in school, he would hit me up, for doing some minor acting stuff or to direct some stuff. And
that's what I was about to say. You do a good job, man, because a lot of people, it's kind of hard to. I feel like when you have like a set, even if it's a movie set, a little small script, I feel like a lot of like us, the the main people behind the camera and stuff, like we're focused, and I feel like sometimes the actors or whatever, they kind of lollygag.
No, that's real.
Or want to take selfies and stuff, and you help like, hey everybody, hey man, we got to get this. You got to be on here, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? That it goes by quicker because that's less stuff I have to do. And that's just an amazing part, man.
No, he's right. It just, you forget that element when you go into the production is crowd control. Mm-hmm. We think we could do it like just naturally when it happens, but you actually need somebody that just focuses on crowd control. Mm-hmm. And I think that's when we did our first pre-production tours of film. We did kind of master that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was still hard, but you're right about that. Yeah. It's like the people. It don't be you. You be ready and focused and ready to go, but the people just be like lollygagging or, you know what I mean? They laid or like you don't. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
that's definitely.
I agree.
It's definitely one of the things you see though when you have like these open casting calls or whatever, because of just where we are.
Yeah.
Everybody just like wants to go viral or look good in something.
Yeah.
Or, it's more about the clout and how they look than it is about the project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's one of the main issues I've seen. Myself, I don't give a fuck what I do on camera. If I look like completely foolish, if it's for the point of being funny, or I look completely crazy for the point of it being suspenseful or something, I'm completely fine with that.
Right.
I mean, that's the point. That's the whole point of being a creator,
The project gonna give you the clout.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. People be chasing clout for themselves before they even produce any project.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I was talking to somebody about that earlier. Like as far as where we, even just as comedians, we go out and, at one point you'll be on fire, another point you'll be bombing. It just happens.
Right.
Like you go through cycles. But the thing is to be able to do both of those and continue to be able to produce, you know what I'm saying? And to still be able to go out there and continue to work material and find your groove again and stuff. But the thing with that too, it's like on the opposite side of that, somebody can be like really on point, like they're killing it or whatever, and it's great, and they're developing quickly, and it's awesome to see, but they end up shooting themselves in the foot because they get caught up in it. They're like, okay, we can go ahead and celebrate and keep celebrating and partying hard every day of the week.
You're not worrying about the next project.
And then they end up getting washed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely, it's something, you know, I dealt with it, you know, I talked about it openly on one of the last podcasts I did about, you know, there was times during the first months, like I was out and we were doing shows and shit and somebody tossed me a bean and I would just take it. Like, yeah, they're just fucking doing my jokes and rolling my ass off, like just chilling.
Now, question with as a comedian, like, do you feel like, is there a certain, like, let's say if you come up with your set, do you feel like you got to adjust depending to the crowd? Or you
absolutely have to read the room.
Okay.
Always. Me, though, I'm hard-headed a lot of times. I'll be like, no, y'all about to take these jokes. Fuck you.
Still try.
Fuck you. Because, like I said, I was in Waco. I was at True Love.
Comedians are brave, bro. Like, because, like, I don't know. I can't just be up in front of people talking like that.
Especially,
you have to be you got to have a very free spirit to do that, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because you don't know how people are going to react.
And that kind of, sometimes I be thinking, like, maybe if a bad joke, you know, people like Eric, like, even if he do, you know what I'm saying, something that he's working on, he bounce back quick. You know what I'm saying? Some people, if they just starting off, I feel like if I get one bad reaction, I feel like, man, I probably then got pissed off, forgot the rest of my whole set or something.
That's one of those things. If you're that attached to how people react to you, like if your self-esteem is relying on it, you're gonna have a very difficult time doing comedy. It's we went last night. We went down to Shenanigans in Austin for the first time. That mic was packed. There was like 30 fucking comics up there for open mic, and I saw some people that. It might have been their first time out. It might not have been. They were fucking god awful. I saw a couple people that were really, really, really good.
And sometimes I feel like
it's like a mixed bag, you know.
Sometimes I feel like the jokes be there for some people, but really it's just how they present it.
Delivery, timing. Yep, it's a big thing. Well, like it was funny though. My buddy Bryce, my business partner over there, battle buddy from the Army. When my set was over, I was over at the bar. And he went ahead and like spun some lady up that he was gonna introduce her to me to talk to about, you know, anything to do with my brand or whatever, like comedy wise. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't ever do that. Like he's like one of my best friends too. I love the guy. Yeah. But it was like I've been doing this for a while. You do IT, that's your specialty. Like that's what you do, right? I'm not gonna come to you with an IT solution to go install somewhere. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that. And the reason I had to have that conversation was because the lady, she was up there and she was doing her comedy. Like every joke, she was like back looking at her phone. I could definitely see like some serious mental health issues going on, like some schizophrenia or something, or some crazy shit. I was like,
why she was looking at her phone?
Well, okay, so at open mic, it's not at all out of place for somebody to look at their phone, like to check a joke or whatever. But she was on it,
like if it was a paper or something.
Kind of same thing, like looking at a note.
I noticed with rappers they do that too sometimes.
So what you do, or what I do, as far as that kind of stuff, if you know your material, you can literally write like a little tagline, like one word, and you'll remember like the minute or whatever you have. You know what I'm saying? A couple minutes, whatever.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's basically using flashcards.
So people use it in a phone now. So you know what they're looking at their phone, they're looking at it in this.
Well, I watched Philippe.
I was about to say kind of like a storyboard, you know, like when they out there, like, all right, we're gonna do this scene next. So.
Right.
Yep. I was gonna say, like when Felipe Esparza came down, he was fucking hilarious. The whole time he was performing, he's doing this like little bounce, like I'm like, oh, it's the coke bounce. This dude's coked out of his mind. He's like, fucking like, just like he doesn't have anywhere to put the energy. But he definitely looked at his phone multiple times while he was up there, you know, and that's honestly, I mean.
There's nothing against that. Like
it's kind of unprofessional when you're at that level that he's at. But if you watch the Netflix special, there's no phone, right? Some of those jokes were from the clean set. Like it's like he was testing the material out, or getting used to it. Or whatever.
Now I know one comedian.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's a smaller club here, so it's like he was like, you know, I can do it. You know.
Now one comedian I know that does it, but he makes a joke out of his what's his name, Deion Cole.
Deion Cole's fucking hilarious. I love Deion Cole.
I don't know if he's still doing it, but I know he used to be like,
yeah,
he put it in his joke. Yeah, he be like,
yeah, he's really
that's smart.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
He's really funny. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? So what kind of stuff, Ed, have you been able to do production-wise to stay busy during the COVID and whatnot? I know a lot of stuff has slowed down.
Just working with the comedy club, doing photography and, little commercials for them. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm just getting, a lot of people tag me and stuff. I try to stay away from music videos. Like if I have to, I will. Mm-hmm. But I have fun myself doing stuff for like business owners. It's just a whole different vibe. And in the progress, I feel like I'm learning stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, you can always build off of, you can, I ain't trying to say, I don't know the word for it, but y'all can exchange services. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing as well. So that's a good thing to, go somewhere and be like, hey, I'm about to stop by or whatever. And they're like, yeah, come on through. It's like, we got you. Mm-hmm. You did this for us or whatever. So that's a good feeling.
Definitely good to always have somebody that like, hey, if I do this for you, what can you do for me kind of situation. It's always good to have those kind of business partners. I'm still trying to get fucking sponsors and stuff for this, dude. I really want sponsors for the show.
Yeah.
Like, even something small, because basically if I'm able to get sponsors, I'm able to then promote the show more to get more viewers and stuff, because there's like a lot of great conversations had on here, a lot of great content, like, and everybody that does the show wants to come back. They have fun for the most part.
Especially with the comedians. Like, I was thinking the same thing. If you can get these comedians to hit here before they go to the, their show or whatever. I talked to Daryl about that, and he was like, I don't think nobody's going to do that. Like, well, if it's one of the local people,
though, they
will.
Yeah. The local, but the bigger people, they want to get paid for it. They're like, it's another thing I want to do. But
start with the local, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he start off like this and get people be like, hey, this is the thing to do, then...
Well, that's what I've been doing, guys.
Yeah.
I started out working with people just in Killeen. Mm-hmm. I started bringing people down from Austin. I started bringing people down from Waco. I've now had comics on here from Dallas. Yeah. Next I'm going to start reaching out towards Houston, et cetera, getting people to make the trip, do the show, because this is the show to do. And I am trying to mix it up. Like I said, I got you two, like I said. I saw you guys filmmakers, brand builders, all that. So I'm trying to mix it up and have different types of discussions with people. So.
Yeah, and why you get different categories and different, they bring their own fans to the...
Yeah, and this is the other side of stuff that I'm interested in, is those exact things like directing and filmmaking and acting. So bring you guys in, talk about that. So, what have you managed to be able to do during COVID, Ugly?
Man, no disrespect, but ever since COVID hit, I've been actually building better than I ever in the last 8 years. And I think it's because people had to come back down to earth, and then now it's a lot of things. Like, people pay attention now. They got to sit down so they see other things that's going on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I felt like I fell in that category, and it's been pretty good. I kind of stepped away from the music video thing because it was fun, but I never feel like I reached the capital where I wanted to go and the investments that I wanted to do. So it kind of strained me. Like that movie that we were about to do, it drained me. You know what I mean? So luckily, being kind of versatile, as far as photography, videography, I kind of use design as the backbone. Mm-hmm. And to me, I feel like now that was what I was supposed to do anyway. Mm-hmm. So filming was a phase, but now I could use that phase for what I want, like my own commercials and branding. My favorite thing to do now is to brand other people, because you get to see them. You don't have to pay people. You just put them in a position to make money. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's fun, especially if it works. And then, a lot of it depends on their grind afterwards. But if I could put them in a position where they can make money, man, you keep that network, you meet good friends, like, you know what I mean? It's a dope process, and you can actually make a lot of money, you know what I mean? So I've been kind of just branding people all around, still using filmmaking. Like he said, he kind of said everything that I do. Like if it's businesses and stuff I do filming for, that's cool. I kind of try to stick away from the music scene, unless they're a friend or, you know what I mean, something that I have faith in. And then
or even just having fun with the project.
Right.
That what brings me back to I'll come back to music video if it's a fun project.
Yeah, I had to stop doing stuff that was straining my life away. Like, you know what I mean? Because like in a position we have to give out more than people are willing to give to be accepted. You know what I mean? People don't understand that. So you're already strained, and then you just keep straining yourself. Eventually, you're going to fade away from it. But it's a dope passion, especially if you get together with people as a team. A lot of people don't. I push my work out. Like if I can't do it, I am hitting up my homie Jamal, or I do want to I want to start sending my color corrections to Mike Gorner, because they're dope and we in the same lane, you know what I mean? And it's more fun when you have people involved. So that's why I've been concentrating this year doing the COVID and all this Black Lives Matter, just kind of keeping the network. And then people are starting to notice now more than before, you know what I mean? So it's weird. But no disrespect to like all the people that's losing stuff from COVID too, because it's killing the non-entrepreneur world.
Now, one thing I want to say about that is, like, and that's one reason why I went to school for it and I had a passion for it, because I feel like digital, like, just videography is always going to be there. Like, when you go on your phone, the first thing you're going to see videos. So, you know, there's always going to be somebody making content. So, with COVID going on, I feel like, you know, everybody is still wanting more content, because now they just on their phone more than ever.
Yeah. And now people got to take the advantage of that. There's like, you can make your content how you want it now. Like everything is accepted. You'll see something super generic dope, but it's super generic. I watched my son watch this, like I think it's Randy's Toys or something, and they just running around the house. They're making poof balls and stuff, and they got like, they're making a living off of it, and it's corny. But then you got people doing this super cinematic, like Transformer type, you know, graphic designs and stuff, and then it's kind of like,
because nowadays, man, actually, man, it's you know, that's where the money at really in these kids, man. These kids, my kids will come up, hey man, like, you heard about this, heard about that, the Ryan's Tour World and this and this.
You know what I'm talking about?
My
but like visuals will never go nowhere. That's the key. That's the designing, that's the photography, and that's the motion, all put in one basket.
Well, I was gonna say, like, right along with that same line of stuff. My nephew, he's always on YouTube, and all they want to watch is, okay, so they play like Minecraft and Lego World and Roblox constantly.
So I got one of them.
Yep, that's the things they play. And then they'll just go on YouTube and watch the same thing that when they're not playing. I'm like, okay, so I kind of don't get it still, but I didn't get it. But then I thought about it. I remembered back to when I was a kid and watching Nick Arcade, and they were literally like playing the games. I mean, it had the green screen.
You want me to tell you what it is in one word?
Arcade games.
I could tell you what it is in one word.
It's getting old.
No, it's companionship.
Yeah.
When a kid watches another kid on he got something in common with.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because I be looking at my son and he does. Then I be like, he watches like stuff that he does. Like you said, he be like, why you even? But then I looked at it and it's because he's relating. So I think that's what it is.
But I know when I was young, I wouldn't have liked it, man. Like, especially if I didn't have the game, bro.
Right.
I wanted to be the one, and I didn't want to watch you play it because I feel like I want to do it myself.
Yes.
Well, what me and my brother used to do back when we had a PlayStation, the PS1, like one of the Resident Evil game playthroughs, or
I
Metal
love
Gear,
that series
or,
back then.
or Metal Gear Solid or whatever.
Yeah.
And like he would be playing the game, and I would be reading the strategy guide out loud.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's how
yeah,
we would,
That's what we
because
had.
that way I could watch
Maybe
the
that's what it is.
I could
We
watch
had
the
to-
playthrough, and I'd be like, hey man, you gotta
That
go
was
here,
our
do this.
way of what they're
Yeah.
doing now.
Yeah, it's the same thing, kind of.
Even
You think
with,
about
even
it.
with like Grand Theft Auto, I remember I used to be like, I gotta get the book. I gotta get
Yeah,
the
you
book.
remember the
Yeah.
remember the strategy
Yeah,
book,
the
bruh?
Prima guides.
That's crazy. We always wanted them. They was like $12.99
Well,
too.
so we used to get the Game Pro magazine every month.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
was
always
live.
had walkthroughs in it, and so I would read
Sure
the walkthroughs.
did.
You know what I'm saying? So
Or we used to just watch the, well, not watch, but we'd look up for cheat codes. Now I notice they don't
Yeah.
do cheat codes no more, bro.
You ain't got to.
that's
The hackers is like,
yeah.
Yeah, well, you got these
Yeah.
hackers.
That's the one thing about gaming though that I hate now. It's like I miss just unlocking stuff and like regular cheat codes and that basic stuff. Now everything's DLC. Like, oh, you want an unlimited
'Cause
ammo
they-
gun? Well, you need to pay $5.99.
Basically, they
Like,
make you pay for the
Yeah.
cheat code.
That's all it is.
That's
Yeah.
where they making their money at. What they call it, micro.
It's
Michael,
It's so scammy. I hate it. I hate it so much.
That's why me personally, I like games. If we go into the gaming world
Yeah.
type, I like games that don't have microtransactions.
Absolutely.
Because like Daisy, like they're a little weird,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, games, but like it's no who's barred on there. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know how much work I put up in here to get it. So yeah.
Bro, it's every
It's a
week.
money pit.
Bro, every week, I would not lie to you. Every week, my son, can I get some V-Bucks? Can I get?
Yeah.
I'm like, for what? I want to unlock this dance. So I'm about to pay $10 so your character can do a dance, or I'm about to pay $15 for him to wear a new outfit.
I won't lie. There was a couple times where I was pretty stoned and bought a pack and called.
But you know what, man?
Like, I'm
Let
like,
me
hey,
tell
I need,
you.
I need this like fucking snowman suit just for no reason.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I am a kid game player supporter.
Yeah.
So like, if you got kids at home and they like playing video games and
Yeah.
stuff, like, look into it before you be like, stop playing them games. Look into it a little more and say, is this something that he could? It could blow up. Like, is my son good? Like, you know what I mean? And then you approach it that way, because that's $1 trillion industry.
My
And-
nephew's been getting wins on Fortnite like a lot.
And you can't deny it. You're not
Yeah.
going to be able to deny we're going into the cyber world. Like, that's what you got to adapt.
Even with it, I feel like my son, he plays a lot of video games. It's balanced, well balanced.
Right.
But I feel like his problem solving skills is crazy. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, and that helps them when you play
Yes.
these games. Figure
Yes.
something
Video
out,
games
man.
are extremely good for your brain, I think, as long as you don't get
Yes.
obsessed with it. Obsessive. My brother, oh man, bless him. My brother, when we play Call of Duty, he gets so mad, dude. He gets so mad. He sent me a video clip the other night. It was just as a joke, but I was like, dude, don't even joke around like that. He had he had Modern Warfare, like the case, sitting on the ground, like propped against something, like where the camera was, and he had a shotgun and he put his toe in the trigger. He's like, I can't do it no
It get
more.
real.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, don't even. I know it was supposed to be funny because he says stuff
Do
like
it
that. I
get
was like,
real on the game.
yeah, I was
about
like,
the
don't
game.
even do that. Don't even fuck around like that, dude.
Yeah.
I've actually, so many people died, and whatnot. We had that discussion. You
Yeah,
had the same thing happen.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But people are suicidal for that video game, bro. You ever seen Ready Player One?
I've never watched it.
Go watch on that beautiful projector you have.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'll watch it tonight.
Go watch Ready
Yeah.
Player One, and you're gonna be like, "That's the future."
Oh, I know what you're talking
That's
about. Hey,
the-
man, that movie, at first I was like, I don't want to watch that.
You gotta
When I watched it,
realize
bro,
what
I
it's
was-
talking about. Yeah, you like, yeah, that's the
Maybe I'll
future.
do like a bonus episode of the Popcorn Trick tonight and I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
do
Just
that,
like a
man.
random one.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
You'll be satisfied.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
What was I just talking about? I got sidetracked, like my brain.
Just a little rambling of everything.
Oh yeah, the video games.
Yeah.
Video games. Okay, so, my wife's family got her like a Wii forever ago when she was in the army.
Right.
I was still getting on there. Like before we left the other house, I was playing all the time. I'm playing like Kirby.
Yeah.
Kirby
Remember
Return.
Kirby?
We beat Kirby Return to Dreamland, and then we started the second playthrough on the harder mode that you unlock.
Right.
and he beat. What did he beat? I think he beat Super Mario World on there too. But I was playing Super Mario World. But like, yeah, sometimes I gotta support my kids gaming because my son. That's the one thing. He's like, hey, will you come play this with me? Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, I'm tired or whatever. But a lot of times, like, oh yeah, I'll go play with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bonding thing too.
Yeah.
So like people need to stop looking at your kid could be out in them streets like some of us was, and you looking for him, and you know what I mean. So and then people crazy outside. If they doing something inside, like look into it, invest into it. They might be pretty dope. You know what I mean?
So I got 4 daughters. So, you know what I'm saying? Me playing the video game with my son, that's a bonding moment, man.
Not even just not even just video games though. Like anything that got to do with like production or like I see kids have the little YouTube. Just the parents just need to be involved in it.
Yeah,
that's all. I understand. No, I'm not finna have my kid out there on the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to be 100% involved in it.
I have a like a little brother, like he's like my half brother. My dad had I don't know. I think he's around 12 now or something like that. I don't know his actual age. He's young though, but my my dad sent me some video clips of stuff this kid built with Legos, like, and he legitimately built a pistol out of Legos, and like the magazine popped out and everything.
Wow.
And I'm like, this kid's a fucking engineer.
Yeah,
You need to
he's
pay
gonna-
whatever he needs
Smith
to
and Wesson
go.
gonna pick him up real
Dude,
fast.
I was like, whatever you need to pay for him to go to school, you need to pay it.
Right.
You don't need to have him out here doing no bullshit. You really need to pay for him to go to school.
and that's where you could catch it right there. Oh yeah, you're dope. Let me go ahead and invest in you and support that, so you could think positive way.
Yeah.
Not thinking like, you know what, I want to just go get a real one, and not even think of the fact that you made one. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Yeah,
like,
that's dope.
I was gonna say too, like one of the things you were talking about is helping other people brand build and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've kind of over the past year, have kind of evolved into doing that kind of same thing.
Right.
Like I said, I started the Pano Productions label and whatnot, and so I've brought different comics under. I have a in-house producer that's gonna do all the music, so I don't have to do all that like I was doing before.
That's dope.
So, but that's gonna we're also gonna launch like a gaming channel. We're gonna have like the Twitch going.
Let me know when you do that. So
soon.
with the music, so you got somebody that's gonna produce music for
Chuck Sawson, he's really
you? Oh, he gonna
dope.
produce it. Yeah, Chuck.
Have
my
you heard his
homie
beats?
Chuck.
You
Yeah.
have heard his beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the homie.
Have you heard? Speaking of which, Ed, have I played you any of the shit that you? I don't think you've heard any of this shit.
I don't
It's pretty
know.
dope.
I just know the one you made. I thought was dope for the soundtrack of the little skit we did.
Oh yeah. That was my first time scoring some video.
Yeah, that was dope.
And I didn't have the video in front of me. I just had to try to, like, in my brain, remember how long the scenes were, and then kind of plotted the score out, like the piano beats, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then it just fit, and it worked. Worked out good.
That's dope.
It's called Coffee Day. You can find it on YouTube. It's a commercial we did for Cup of Joe Coffee in Harker Heights, Texas.
Oh yeah, I've been there. It's pretty dope.
Pretty good spot. That was a lot of fun. But yeah,
But I haven't heard Chuck's beats though.
They're
he's-
pretty
he's-
dope. Like
No, he's
I was
good.
like, okay,
he's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
He's good. He's definitely good. But yeah, like I've known Chuck for about a year now, and he, like I said, I knew he was a really good producer. He hooked up with beats that got me my first collab with GA. What's he go by now again? I forgot. He changed it to something else.
Misunderstood?
IMG.
IMG.
Yeah.
Yeah, misunderstood. Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to him as well. We had been talking forever about doing a collab, and then he had me pull up to his house, and we hung out and fucking chopped it up and dropped a fucking banger ass track.
Yeah,
Never released it
man.
officially. I did get clearance though from everybody on it. They were like, "Hey, whenever you want to drop it, just drop it." Just
Yeah.
We got to see my brother yesterday, man. He
Good
came
stuff.
through, so
Good
it was
stuff.
dope.
It's good people. But yeah, Chuck made that first beat, and then I met 2 times that day. And me and 2 times have several tracks we either started or finished or whatever that I was producing. I was engineering, but Chuck did all the beats for that. We were gonna put together a whole mixtape, and I had several people that were gonna be on it, but it was just a matter of getting all the different artists synced up and having them come through, and it was just a mess. It was like, you know what? I'm not even going to try to do that again. I think trying to manage that, it just didn't come together. But anything else I've tried to manage as far as anything video-wise or like comedy-wise or whatever, like I've just had it completely under control, like no problem. And it's funny because Junebug, my boy Junebug, I just dropped, we're about to drop the Blame It on the Bipolar shows, Junebug's podcast. We just started that the other night. So I have the first episode of that queued up, ready to drop soon.
It's so weird hearing his name, bro, because that's what that's what I go by a long time ago. My family all call that. So when I hear Junebug, I'm like, what?
But yeah, like it's cool, man. Like I said, I'm just developing other stuff for other people, and it's also gonna be panel productions and whatnot. I know I've talked to you. I plan on doing some stuff with you eventually, and with Ugly as well. So it's just a matter of getting everything synced up. I still want to dabble in music. I mean, that's really where everything started at.
Yeah,
you know,
same here, man.
I started freestyling when I was 15, and everything just came from there. And I built my initial studio setup and stuff. And it was so hard, dude, trying to network and clean and meet people and stuff. And I really didn't meet people and start networking until I pretty much just started doing features, and I was like doing comedy. Because people were like, hey, okay, yeah, I fuck with you. I heard you freestyle, whatever, come through and record. It was just weird. Like I did the first thing I did, D. Cunningham and William White shot a video for, what's the fucking dude's name? Tory B. They shot a video for Tory B, and they had me come in and they had me play like a Trump supporter. I had like a MAGA hat and a fucking button up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So that day though, when I did that, after that, like I got networked in with everybody then. Then I started being able to pull up at fucking Golden Ears and hang out. Did a fucking couple recordings over there with people.
You know, like it might just because I was like ignorant of the fact, but there was not really nothing such thing as like stand up comedy until you like came. In my opinion, like if I could visionary thing, like I know people that were funny, but they used to do just like internet YouTube stuff, funny. It wasn't really but maybe I wasn't just in that scene. Maybe I met you and then you.
I feel like it's the same way. Like I didn't realize there was so many comedians and
maybe you made me realize there was comedians and stuff here.
And clean,
I appreciate that for sure. I will say this, and it has been acknowledged by people that were here, that were performing. They had places they were trying to get comedy started and stuff like that, but the wave really started with me, Connor, Diesel, and Aaron when we.
So I am right. I feel
when
good.
We showed up because we started
Diesel.
We started hitting social media. We started doing showcases together. We just started fucking grinding on this shit.
Connor dope. Yeah. That's what I seen. And then like, Connor's on my I see you know how you like a visionary something happening already? I know that Connor's one of them. Like, I used to know him because I watch all his stuff on Instagram, bro. And he, one thing about Connor, he keeps doing content.
Yep.
That's where he's finna win, bro.
Absolutely, Connor is super creative.
Yeah.
And super, tries to be productive, stays productive when he can. And I saw that in him, and I've saw it in him since the beginning. He was one of the first people that gave me my props as far as doing comedy and shit.
Most definitely.
Out the gate, me and him we clicked. Like I went and hung out. I took him to Austin with me last night. We went and hung out and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Connor's awesome, and that's why I was able to have the conversation with him about joining, the Panel Productions brand and stuff, so I can help get his stuff out there. Because I already have the website established and everything. So it's like, look, I'm building a platform, and I need more content creators so that it's not me just doing everything. So you're really sharp on the digital content, so that's going to be, a big asset there. And Junebug's been hitting a lot of mics and traveling and doing shows and stuff, so that's going to be a big thing on the stand-up side. Chuck's got the beats, plus we just got with Aussie Moon over in Austin, who runs the Borderplex Hustle Show, which is basically they do different independent music and stuff like that. It's like a review show. They have like a podcast. So I just got that under the brand now as well. So
dope.
We're gonna be producing that as well. So it's just constant expansion and getting more pieces that fit.
Man, that's dope. I want to be involved, most definitely.
Well, the offer's there. You're always welcome to fucking link up.
But honestly feel like
My whole thing with YouTube is always like, if somebody comes to me with an idea and they want to do something, I'm like, well, we need to work out a budget first before I talk to either one of you. So it's like that's kind of my thing.
Nah, but either way, we're gonna work something out. But no, I really do believe in that. Like, you kind of brought out there were stand-up clubs and stuff here, and I went to shows. But as far as locally, you kind of branched it off to like, all right, now everybody's doing stand-up. But then we didn't even really have like bars and like that gave people access to do that. So you came at the right time too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Everything happens for a reason. Everything's timing.
Yeah, because I be on social media and be like, man, they here, they there, they there. I'm like, dang, man, that's what's up.
Yeah,
man.
you be everywhere, yo. So,
and again, a lot of that credit, like I said, it goes to Junebug, it goes to Connor, it goes to Diesel.
Yeah.
Now, one thing,
definitely,
because you did introduce me into, like filming, like even for like the club. But I noticed one thing that with comedians, not a lot of people want their content out, just so they can use it at different places.
Yep.
So I kind of fell back from that a little bit because like I film some things, and I noticed that, so I try to get like a quick snippet. But they might not like it, and they be like, "Hey, man, I don't want that put out there." So I'm like, "Okay, so what am I filming for?" Like somebody had asked me, "Can you film my whole set?"
No, man, you just film for documentary EPK then.
Yeah, so they can chop up later.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, they'll ask me to film the whole thing. I film the whole thing, send it to them." And, they never posted.
I had an experience one time, like, and this was like a highlight of like when I was doing videography, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm doing things backwards. This dude from Austin hit me up. He was like, yo, I need some scenes filmed, and I seen your work. I want you to just film them. And I was like, no edit or nothing? I was like, yeah. He said, my budget is $200 a scene or location. I'm thinking, like, how many locations you have? He said, I have 7. I said, come on.
Yeah.
I went there. He had it scripted out already. He knew his angles. I just was, yo, I made more money in that, like, 4 hours of the different scenes than I ever did filmmaking, doing videos. There's people out there, bro. You know what I mean? There's people out there, and it was a shell-shocking experience for me.
Man, I didn't know it was, what was it? I think it's Fiverr.com or something, man, where people can do like voiceovers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like the movie trailers and stuff. And I looked it up. They charge it's like $20 for like the first 25 words. And then after that, it's like $5 a word or something. I'm like, shit. But, if that's something you need, it sound professional. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, it's, you got sites, people offering like, hey, I'll film for you.
Right.
If you want editing, that's a different price. Or I don't know, maybe they got comedians on there that you can go on there and be like, I'll host for you or whatever.
Yeah. No, they do got a lot of stuff out there. But see, like, things are getting easier to mass produce. Like I love doing logo design, but I love the clothing part. So now I won't design unless people come and they want merchandise. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that then. Because I know if they want merchandise, then I could be more part of branding for them. I'm more encouraged. They're already invested in, you know what I mean? So,
oh yeah, I saw you're gonna start doing mugs and stuff.
Yeah,
I need to get some custom shot glasses made for in here.
Yeah, most definitely. I got you too, though, bro. Don't even worry about it.
That'd be dope. Be something for the guests,
Yeah.
Dope.
So, but damn, I lost track. What the fuck I was gonna say?
Shit, I got a subject, man. I think is relevant to videographers. And it'd be good to get your input on it. I feel like us videographers, we still in the game for being creative. Yeah. But I feel like they're putting out like the iPhone. I feel like they're giving people their own.
Yeah, it's way saturated.
Yeah, I'm like,
you get the iPhone 12 shoots some stuff better than my A7 III.
Yeah, that's insane.
And my A7 III is 2500, but you gotta think the iPhone like 1500, 1200 too now. True. So.
Yeah. Because back in the day, well, I ain't gonna say back in the day, but not too long ago, it used to be like, hey, like, can I get a photo shoot? Yeah, that's the price. Oh, I'll just do it from my iPhone, and you could tell it's done by iPhone. Like, it's
now.
okay.
Yeah, you ain't gonna tell no difference.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why you do it to do other stuff that you want to do. So you went to school for filmmaking. Your mind should be straight filmmaking. Everything else you do, these music videos and stuff, is just for creating for that. You know what I mean? So
the thing the iPhone 12 is going to run into, though, like with, trying to shoot like super special videos or whatever, is 100% going to be memory.
Yeah. Cause
that's the main thing.
But you're going to have to build a rig. It's not, I meant for skits and stuff that, people do, cool. But if you're really trying to do filmmaking, you're going to have to turn it into
because
a rig.
Because these, he like 150% right. Because these Ronins and shit, that's not made for filmmaking. We need rigs. Rigs you could put up. That's if you ever watch real film development, there is rocky moments. It's not a lot of it's not real streamlined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's real raw. You know what I mean? So yeah, that encouraged me because I want to build me a rig. I've been looking at what's the site? Rig something.com, and I was just gonna do it piece by piece. Yeah. Because the type of filmmaker that I want to be is more in that lane.
Only thing that sucks is the weight, man. Cause certain stuff, but then there's certain stuff you can buy
But I got my Ronin still, so I could be like, pew.
Cause Cause I got a bigger camera and I was gonna rig it out. But I was gonna try to get. They got the vests nowadays that you can.
Seen them, yeah.
So it'll take some of that weight off.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope. But like I was saying, for the iPhones, I think what they'll do is put it on like a little small handheld rig. Probably have an external hard drive connected straight to it.
Yeah, if they have some way to either direct connect or stream it to a storage device, you know what I'm saying? I can see that being possible. Yeah.
I feel like what's what cuts, like you brought up the point, what cuts the iPhone is like the memory and transfer. Like when you use cameras and stuff, our transfer rates and stuff is going to be way faster than. So
all this stuff up here is processing.
So cameras, just day-to-day content is going to look as good as film development content. That's what's, just a regular day Instagram shot or something like that. It's just that's quality. It's going to be level with what we're doing. That's what's happening.
Yeah, and
that's why I say you got to have creativity to separate. Because somebody could be like, all right, I need a video shot. What's the difference between you filming it and this guy with the iPhone 12? Right. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to be like, hey, yeah, he can film it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this, I can be creative with the editing, and that's where the editing part comes in.
Yeah, and not only that, you're also talking about an iPhone mic instead of like what you call what's the other one? I got the Sony one. It's like a Rhodes mic, like a Rhodes mic.
You're gonna use if you're really gonna film, you're gonna use all external audio.
Oh yeah, I know. That's. I'm gonna get there, guys. I got I'm pretty happy with the cameras I have right now, but I'm gonna get there. I know.
Yeah. No, you good.
I got good starter cameras. To get me on the
most definitely
on the move. For sure. I
don't have this much stuff, and I'm still capable of doing the things I do. I feel. You know what I always like. I'm like a backpack videographer. That has like director, filmmaker qualities. But I'm happy now is I'm about to start producing my own commercials from my other brands. Yeah. So that's what it ended up being. That lane ended up being for me to do my own production and what I wanted to do.
I feel like that makes sense. I used to get caught up on upgrading, man. Like every time a camera came out, I automatically feel like my camera was just shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel that way at all. Well, that's just how I used to. And that's how they drive it when they put out these new cameras. Like, all right, this shoot's raw, and it does this. And
well, right now it's come to a stop. Well, not a stop, but just a steady flow. So anything you buy in quality now, you could do film development with. Like, it's not getting ahead of itself as fast as.
Yeah, right now it's like they still making it. Yeah, still making it, but it's just like, do I need that? Because like right now, like they got the 8K
a lot
cameras.
Of it's bells and whistles, convenient stuff. Like these cameras, for instance. The only difference between this model and the next one up, between the 4.3 and the 5.3 is something to do with the touch display or something like that. I'm like,
Right.
I don't fucking care about that.
Yeah.
Like it has
Yeah.
all the other features I need, like, you know. And like I filmed my first stand-up stuff, you know, you saw recently, Aaron's bits and stuff, and they came out fire as fuck. It looked good as shit. So now really all that made me want is a third camera, so I have like a third angle. That's it. I want to be able to have 3 angles on the stage whenever I edit.
Or get you a dope phone.
Or get a dope phone. Well,
let me tell you.
when I was doing this, when I started this, I was using my iPhone 10, my iPhone X, excuse me.
Right.
But that's all I was using. I was using one camera and an iPhone X.
Yo, my phone, so check this out. When I first started videography, like I used to despise people with camera phones that try to do stuff. Like, bro, why you even gonna try that with a camera phone? Like, it felt disrespectful. But I was being ignorant because now the phone is my greatest weapon. Like, I'm talking about for business, for filming. So I took that back over the years, like, yo, you know what I mean? But yeah.
And that's how
you need to
most
get
of-
that phone up, and I'm finna get the 12 just for content.
I considered it, but I'm still really happy with the 10. The camera.
Well, you
So,
got the
yeah.
10. You know, I still got the 7, so I'm
X.
kind of way
I got
behind.
the
The X.
7.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
I keep saying the 10, but I gotta say X because if I don't, fucking Chuck's gonna have an aneurysm because he's a fucking tech nerd and he's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But see, people got to stop. Like, I'm a filmmaker, so now seeing a phone that can shoot as good as a camera, that makes me excited. Cause now I'm like, oh, that make it a lot easier for me. Yo, there might be some scenes I'll get once I'm like, dang, I need a little extra scene. Hold up, camera phone, B-roll real fast. Boom, boom, boom. I got what I need. I'm out. Like, you know what I
think
mean?
those will actually be perfect for B-roll given the file size.
Just little.
And I feel sorry for like the bigger companies, man, that's
Oh,
trying to sell like these $47,000 cameras.
It's a wrap.
Which I feel like if you're trying to produce these bigger movies, like if you're trying to get in contact with like Lionsgate and do something for them or something, then it helps. But for the normal, like us and the content that we see on Facebook and other social medias, we don't need that. Like, you know, most of the stuff, just regular cell phone stuff, people don't see anything wrong with it.
Filmmaking wise, find a niche. Find a niche. Hey, go to Netflix and be like, yo, you got all these you got these series on here. Yo, I got a short film that's three series. Three
Episodes.
episodes.
Yeah.
That's it.
A limited series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, what? 3? Wait, that's not even in the formula. I know. Let's present it. You know? I think Dracula messed me up like that. They put out 3 episodes, and by the third one, I'm like, say, bro, like, okay, that was a weird structure.
Yeah.
An hour and a half of just 3. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
like, that's dope, though.
Wait, are you talking about the Castlevania thing? Oh, Castlevania was so dope.
The new Dracula one where he was like back in the
Oh, you're talking about the real life, like real?
no, the one in Netflix series one.
I was talking about the Castlevania, like the cartoon.
Oh, I love that.
That's dope, the anime.
Yeah.
It's dope.
I haven't watched that.
It's so
I
good.
played a game on Nintendo.
The game, the show's dope. It's really,
I need to check
really well
that
done.
out. But that's what you do as a filmmaker. You be like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own formula on how I present this.
Yeah.
Like, I love doing vlog behind the scene type stuff. I'm so good at putting that together
Yeah.
that I use the same formula when I do music videos, but it just looks different. I use the same formula. When I first started videography and music videos, I just chopped everything on the beat. I didn't care what it was. I knew it would look good if it switched on the beat.
Yeah. For real.
I stayed with it. Then I started playing with other stuff. Let me add a little fade right here. Let me add a little effect right here. And then I always liked steady. I like natural light. So I started in the studio, but I always used to want to go outside and film because I loved how the camera looked with natural light. You know what I mean? But I couldn't make it cinematic. So I was like, how the fuck do I get it? Then I learned that's the part of the editing. Oh, I need to shoot at 24 frames instead of like, then all this 120 came out. And now it's easy. You could just, buy you a Ronin and a Sony A7 III. and you could shoot music videos. Promise you can. But that don't mean that you're gonna be able to create a motion picture, bro.
Yeah, that's
because you gotta have that.
That's one of the things with the cameras too. Like, I want to eventually get to the point where I buy like a cinema style camera.
Yeah.
But just for this, like, there's like some scripted stuff I started or whatever that I could put together. Like, this is basically like Reno 911 Trailer Park Boys level. That's what this is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you have to start somewhere, bro. Because if you just start off getting this cinema camera, bro, I swear you're gonna look at.
What you mean? Some of the best people that got podcasters use their iPhones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
bro.
you got
like. Well, I'm actually really happy I'm using these cameras instead of phones.
Yeah, I say if you get a cinema camera, it's gonna be overkill. Really,
one, the main reason is for the transfer rate from the cameras and stuff. I can get to work so much faster by using the cameras. I can go plug it in, transfer, done.
I never transferred anything from my iPhone, but it still plugs up. But I don't know what the transfer rate is.
Oh no, with my iPhone, when I was having to put everything on this computer,
I
was having to use Google Drive. So imagine it uploading to Google Drive for like fucking 3 hours and then having to download for like another 6. Like,
I'm used to go home, shoot for 3 hours, and I could drop the footage in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So like I can understand what you're saying. Like now I don't want to go through that.
Yeah, and that's why like with Junebug, the reason I chose to do his show as audio only is one, because we don't have an audio only show yet. So that was like the first one, like straight audio podcast. And two, because I can fit it in with everything that I already have on my schedule.
Yeah.
It's like me and Ugly were talking about before you got here. They're like the people I'm working with, they're just starting to realize how many things I'm actually doing, like how many things I'm managing and how many different projects I'm working on at once in order to either make an event happen or a show happen or whatever. And they're like, oh, my bad, Pat. No, like, you got it. I'm like, I do. Thank you. We're good now. We're good. Like, everything's good. Just got like, not mad at all. We're good. Like, so it's just a learning process, you know, and everybody's got their strengths. Everybody's got their stuff to do, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be, you know, managing and producing. So that's what I'm doing.
You know what this area needs? This area needs a person that is able to put all talents together. To actually, that's what they do. Like, they manage us to the point where they're putting all those things that we're doing around here and using it as a network base. We can do that ourselves, but we're going to do stuff that's going to be beneficial before we do stuff that we're going to do just for doing it. You know what I mean? So that's what I think the city needs. Not even just saying the city, but this the area where we're at of talent. You know what I mean? If we could find that key, you know what I mean, to bring everything together, we're gonna blow up fast.
100%. Because that's the thing. Like, with this city, there are so many very, very, very talented people in this city. There's also so many that they're just fucking trash and are just out there.
Yeah. That's going to have to be separated at the jump, though. Shit.
But, yeah, that's why, like, you know, even with what I'm doing, like we talked about with Bryce, he's tried to bring some random person to me. I'm like, I make the call on that. Like, we're cool. You're my bro, all the way, the long way.
What, to the show?
Just different stuff in general, just with the brand in general.
Oh,
but I'm just like, at the end of the day, I like, everybody's opinion matters. And I'm going to consider everybody's opinion, and we're going to discuss stuff. Anytime I want to make a decision, we're going to discuss it.
Yeah.
But I still have the final say. And because of that, we're able to do the things that we're able to do. And over time, like I said, people are figuring it out. You know, and they're like, you know what, Pat, I didn't want to admit you was right about that, but you was right.
Who are your core team members you have right now?
My core team members is my buddy Bryce. He's mainly focused on his IT company he's building.
He's here?
He's in Austin.
Okay, dope.
So he's building an IT company. He was part of a company, but we talked about it. His business partner was kind of fucking him.
Right.
Like, he had him driving around a lot. He wasn't recouping none of his gas. The dude was using the fucking company credit card as, like, his own personal shit for his wife and shit. It's like, dude, you need to leave. Like, that's not a good financial position to be in.
Definitely.
And so he dipped out. He got the resources he needed. I can't really say on tape, but he got the resources he needed before he left. And so he's building his own IT company. And I got him connected with my buddy that helped design my website, who's in school for cybersecurity.
Right.
Which is part of what he does.
Right.
So now, like, my network is continuing to grow because I have guys that are doing IT and networking. We have the website stuff that actually, since we already paid for all the stuff on the account, we can make multiple, like, sub-websites out of that, like subdomains.
Right.
So that's like a whole different piece of the puzzle that nobody over here has to deal with or hear about.
Right.
You know? And I told, I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, people don't see the late nights I'm up working. It's like 3 a.m. and I got to get my kids up for school in like 3 hours. They don't see the late notices for bills when, like, I chose to put something into what we're doing instead of, taking care of a bill. They don't, they don't see the stress.
Definitely.
They don't see me juggling the kids. They don't see me working on this guy's project, that guy's project, and my project, and working on an event over here. They don't see none of that shit. So over time, though, of working together, people have been getting more comfortable and feeling more stable because they see exactly how much I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or getting a glimpse of it. It's important.
You be transparent, but just make it look good.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's what it is.
Sometimes, bro, like even like on my behalf, like even when you did videos for me and stuff like that, man, I think the biggest thing, even if somebody do something for you for free, like I looked at it as this is your time. You could be doing other stuff. So like sometimes I try, man, let me try to order pizza. Let me try to get drinks.
Same.
So
food will satisfy everyone.
Same.
Yeah.
I always, to pretty much every shoot I've been to, I've either brought like beer or food or both. I try to. Even when I wasn't the one running it, I would do that,
Most definitely.
Because that stuff, like, I think a lot of people, when they ask for free stuff, they don't plan it all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah, like, they doing this for free. This is their time. All right, did I think about if they was going to eat in an hour? Did they eat? You know what I'm saying? Do they got drinks? You know what I'm saying? Do they got to run across the street to get something to drink? So that's just stuff to think about.
And, like I was saying, too, like, about the decision-making process and people's opinions and stuff, I do not and will not stifle anybody else's creative ideas of stuff they want to do. But I do advise them. Like, if somebody has an idea for something they want to film, I'm like, okay, so what's the budget? Like, what do you need? Like, what can I give you to help out? Or what actors are you going to need in this and that? And if they're like, okay, I need this, and this, but I need it, like, this week, I'm like, no. Because you just started the conversation. You need to make sure that I can help you with that or somebody can help you with that.
Yo, hold that thought. If y'all ever if y'all ever feel like I don't know what to charge somebody, ask them what they budget. And then look at, I'm pausing you right there because people don't know.
That saves time.
Ask them what they budget and then listen to their budget and think about what you're willing to do. I'm happy you said that, but go ahead.
I'm going to come back and piggyback off that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, let's finish my thought.
Well, I remember the first time I seen that was probably your post. I think you switched from prices to,
budget
let me know your budget.
Yeah.
And then I noticed one time while doing stuff that it kind of bit me in the ass giving out prices because somebody be like, yeah, I can do that for this price.
Right.
And then while you doing that, I felt like it's just
way
started.
more,
Like, can you do this? Can you do that?
I'm in that situation right now.
Yeah.
It still happens, but it rarely happens now because I got control of it.
Yeah.
So you ask somebody what their budget is, and you're thinking in your head, you know what, this that time, I can do this, that, and this for that. And 95% of the time they'd be like, bet.
And that,
you know what I mean?
And I think like that. Hold on. I think that helps me out a little bit more because
you can choose your clients.
Like me, I'm in between trying to figure out what camera I want to use for certain project. If I want to bring two,
that's a whole different ball field.
Yeah, do I want to bring the gimbal? So if
now
you
put that in the budget.
If you giving me this low budget, I'd be like, fuck thinking about all this.
I need a gimbal.
I'm gonna make it happen with this because this is your budget.
And it's still gonna be upon my quality, but with the materials or the things that I bring.
Yeah, and that's with that. And I just recently, since I got the 2 cameras and stuff, started getting, paid here and there to film stuff. And before, like, same thing, I was doing, like, some audio recording for people, songs or whatever, and at a set rate. Okay, so for the people that I talked to about joining the brand or whatever, representing the brand, they all got a email that pretty much laid out what the plans were,
Mm-hmm.
and a super low-balled budget. So the people that work with me, they get everything for super duper cheap. Everybody else is still gonna get like regular price. But that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to, I want to help people create.
Take care of your people first, though.
Right. I want to help people create.
Yeah.
But they also need to respect the fact of what I've invested into my equipment
Right.
and what time I'm going to invest into them. That's
Yeah.
why there still is a price tag, even though it's
No,
super
make a price tag, but take care of them too.
Yeah.
Because in my experiences, if you don't take care of the people that are around you, it will destroy a lot of things that you're trying to build. And you're not doing it. Some things you can't do. You could burn yourself out. You cannot eat. You taking food out your kid's mouth to try to make something go. But if keep that struggle of trying to figure out how I can make my people around me happy and stronger. It don't even gotta be with money. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and that's
And you're gonna build. That's why I asked.
no, that's definitely what we're doing. It's definitely what we're doing. Like I said, like I made sure I fucking grabbed people and took them with me to Austin last night to do a mic or whatever, go out and network or whatever. It's good for everybody. Yeah.
Somebody didn't take care of me, and I was helping build them. And like, even though I want to stay cool and professional, I really want to be like, fuck them.
Yeah.
No matter what, like it is like, nah, bro, you shouldn't. You could have just went a different way. And that's why I say, you know what? I ain't never gonna treat if I can't handle my situation, I'm gonna let them know.
Absolutely.
But I'm always gonna, while they're with me, I'm always gonna put my team together. You know what I mean? They could be little things that shouting them out, making sure they're in a circle, or putting them in positions where they can make money.
Absolutely.
Then nobody could complain. Hey.
That's the biggest thing. Even
Yes.
if I can't do something for you right now from my own hand, I'm going to put you somewhere where you're going to make money.
Thank you.
So if you're going to do the work, I'll make sure that there's space for you.
Yes. And bros, the people that I do business with are my friends now. And the doper thing about business friendship is it's not clingy. Like, you're not going to break boundaries because you have a great business going on. You know what I mean? So I always say this on my post too: business and personal do mix, because I got to know what your day-to-day routine is, bro.
Sometimes I feel like it's communication too.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of times I might be in a situation where I'd be like, all right, like I could be like, all right, and you benefit off of it, or I can speak up and we both are happy about it, and it's a longer
medium,
lasting,
long lasting network or friendship or business relationship.
Definitely if I do money or give time or spend work, I'm always like, at least throw me a shout out or something.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Put something out there. Because if they don't, that to me tells you
A share.
what your value
Matter
is.
of fact, just like it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't ask for much. I feel like a lot of people, I have got people fired up, and they be like, you try to take in so much support. Like, I always be like, support this, that. I don't think I am like that, but people say I am. But they said you don't like sharing stuff a lot. And I'd be like, I feel bad, but I feel like I so be in a zone. I don't look at nothing but what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's scary. And then so I have to snap out of that, and I have to go, and I'm like, yo, I can see the people that's really supporting me. Let me go back out, share something, like something with them, because they are my friends and peers, and we, you know what I mean? But it's hard to build your own and then worry about everybody else's too, man.
Yeah.
My biggest thing with that kind of stuff, the only thing that I ever get kind of frustrated with that is okay, so my YouTube, for example, the way that I embed my videos and stuff, they go directly into my website. So if you subscribe to the website, if you subscribe to YouTube,
You subscribe to the website.
you're basically subscribed to the website.
Okay.
And those are going to feed each other, and I'm going to be able to get revenue off of that, and I'll be able to brand build off of that.
Right.
But my fucking subscribers are 293, and I have fucking almost 2,000 people on my friends list. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's all you gotta do is click a button, and then YouTube's gonna put it in there. You know,
Exactly.
in their stuff.
But
Like I said, because I'm trying to build the podcast, the platform.
People do follow though. I seen somebody post, yo, send me $1 if you support, right? I said, man, nigga, I'll never do that.
Yeah,
That's
like-
lame. But look, I did it. I said, y'all I ain't got to, but send me $1 if y'all support the brand. I make $720. But this is how I felt. I said, I'm not finna take that money.
Yeah.
I looked at my cash up. I couldn't do it, bro. I was like, yo, I was just kind of just like playing. But
Yeah.
people were sending 20 and 30 and 40. It wasn't 720 people. It was just, and I was like, damn, people really support. So what I did is I put that money aside. I ordered a whole bunch of youth clothing. And people don't even notice. I'm not, but on the youth clothing, what I'm going to do is print and just giving it away.
That's dope.
Because I'm scared to touch the money. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I earned it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's funny. I have that same exact mentality because there's been times where I've, feeling kind of down or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I've been up all night working on this. If you guys want to support it, here's my Cash App.
Yeah.
And I'll post it, right? It'll be up for probably 2 or 3 minutes, and I'll go out and I'll remove my Cash App from it. I'm like, I don't ask for charity. Like,
Right.
I'm doing the work.
Because you feel,
It's not for me.
Yo, mine happened so fast. I said, nah, I'm not doing that ever again.
Yeah.
Because people will support.
Yeah.
But my consciousness be like, yo, where they think this money's gonna go that they're supporting?
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm not playing that game no more.
Yeah.
But what I did learn, and it felt good that people supported. That was my thing. You know what I mean? What is $1? If somebody put that right now, bro, yeah, I'm good. Where I could support probably about a couple people giving them $1.
Yeah.
So like, if I
Yeah.
seen that at the right time, I would do it.
My thing is, if I know who it is and I know that the money is gonna go towards something,
Right.
I think
I
I
do
would
it.
do it. I think I did it before,
Yeah.
but sometimes it just be random and people be like, "Hey man, send me
Yeah,
a
you don't
$1."
know who they
Yeah.
is. Like, I'm good. So that is the difference. I guess I got it from people that already was in the circle. But it was cool, man. Like, sometimes don't be afraid that there's people out there doing super dumb stuff for attention. Like
TikTok.
if you do something that is towards your business, even if it's goofy, funny, serious, sad, like if it's doing something to brand yourself, bro, like put it out there. Just be transparent. That's what I've been doing lately. Like, fuck it, yo, I'm with my homies. We in the garage. We just printed 250 shirts for the Chamber of Commerce, and we still just, hey,
Yeah.
it speaks for itself. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
But speaking of your garage, what happened to that video we shot?
which one? Oh, you talking about GA?
Yeah, that one.
Oh no, I just seen GA. I just seen
I was pretty excited for that.
Yo, no, you
That was
good.
a fun cameo. It was a fun cameo.
You good? I just got it approved last
Sweet.
night. Ain't that funny? The same day,
Sweet.
like I got it approved. So I just got to talk to GA and Mike.
I love doing cameos and features, man.
Yeah,
like
man.
even like with music, that's where I'm at now. Like I don't want to focus on trying to do like a project. If somebody invites me to do a feature or something, that's where I have the
You
most
came
fun.
through all the projects that. Oh no, except for one, but.
The copy.
I truly understood that.
Yeah.
Like, you see, I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
And it never happened either.
It's because
man.
multiple people had already
Eric
asked me for the
always
same
come
kind of
through,
thing.
man. Eric,
Bro.
you come through, bro. Like,
You're a white boy. You
anytime-
can play a cop. Just
I
admit
get it.
that.
I get it.
God
Yeah,
damn,
I get
like-
it. Everybody's like, look, you're
All right,
white. Play a cop.
Now, do you ever feel like it's gonna get to a point where, be like, all right, now I think I want to do another character?
Well,
or
no,
some shit?
that I already did.
Oh, for real?
Like a year ago. I
Like-
was like, I'm not getting typecast. And every time, listen to me, dude.
No.
Because half of these fucking rappers that are doing that shit, I was
Yeah.
fucking in the studio doing coke with them. Get the fuck out of my face, bro.
Yeah.
My gun's in the car. We're not doing this, bro.
But no, that's the whole thing. Listen, bro. Listen. So, I got my homie, Patton, right?
Right.
I got this movie. It's dope. It's scripted. It's this one racist ass motherfucking white boy. I'm going to holler. I'm be like, yo, you're going to play it.
For like
I
a
don't
movie?
care. I don't
For like
care.
a movie?
Yeah, I was like, I
Oh,
don't
I'll
care.
do it for a movie. It's
I don't
not a
care.
fucking music
Okay.
video.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so like you're gonna play the role. Like if I could put the paint on and shit, I would do it. Like if you ask me, yo, it's this ignorant nigga that I got in this movie, I want you to play it. I'm like, for
Right.
you, I know our relationship. Hell yeah, let me go do
Yeah,
that.
I'll do
Like
it.
what I gotta do.
yeah.
I'll
You know
do
what I'm saying?
it. I'll do it. I got enough hate in my heart for that.
Thank you. That's all. Okay. You got it. No music videos because them are short lived nowadays.
Yeah, I just, dude, I just didn't want to get typecast, dude.
Unless you're
Everybody,
Drake or
every time
something.
there was a fucking music video, someone's like, "Hey, I need you to play a cop." And I
And
was
then
like,
they'll run after down the street with me.
like the only one I did was the one for you and the one at your house we shot, where we did like a lot of the B-roll footage.
Let me see.
It was like the thing with the conscience, with the red light, the blue light.
Did
Oh
we
yeah,
ever-
yeah. The music
Did we
video.
ever
yeah,
did some
music
work
video.
together? Not really,
Nah,
huh?
I think we just always collab. Like we always helped each other out with like
Yeah.
Final Cut,
Yeah.
editing some stuff. How you do
Oh,
this?
something's gonna happen
What's
here.
that
There's gonna be a
technique,
shoot. There's gonna be multiple cameras. It's gonna
Oh, yeah,
happen.
man, we can
It's
make
all.
it happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always will work
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, that was.
I
Part,
know his work ethic.
Yeah, that was part of putting this together today. Like, hey, it's
Yeah.
networking, man. It's networking.
My problem is I just need to stay focused on certain things, man. But lately, what I've been doing is I've been just like flooding to the things that benefit what I need to do, and not hurt anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and then I put my people that I'm around in the same environment. So it's fun. Like we could definitely network. Like I said, now when I shoot film, I'm putting Mike Gordon's color correction prices in my price because I know I'm finna send that to him. You know what I mean? Just network with the people that's doing the same thing instead of being compared. But I realize it's never us that compare each other. It's the people. You know what I mean? And then, so
I feel like people be thinking everybody like if somebody is in the same category that y'all like.
competition
like
is
that.
not.
It's good competition, but it's
Yeah.
just like I'm not about to downplay. I'm like,
But
I look
everybody
up to your
shoot
work.
different.
Not only
like,
that,
like you and what Cooley,
Yeah.
I be looking at, I be like, man, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
But you see the difference. We're in two different lanes. What you in your own lane, so that's the
Yeah.
key. Like I don't look at Cooley as competition because we don't shoot alike.
and that's what I was gonna say. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you like if you do things differently, or you have enough different things you're doing, you're not really in direct competition with anybody.
You're not.
That's why I'm saying, like, I'm working so much as a producer of stuff now that, you know, there's
Production, comedy, music,
Yeah.
back to production,
Acting,
to
directing,
editing. Like who
Yeah.
edits your stuff?
I do everything.
All right, so
Yeah.
editing, that's in filmmaking, production. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to have them different trades. You got the education in one that is the master. Everything that has to do
makes
with
it legitimizes it.
everything that has to do, you got to think everything is sound. Then you have design. Then you have photography, and then that all equals motion equals filmmaking or videography. So it is the key.
yeah.
It's just mastering of that element or deciding what part of that element you want to attach yourself to, because I found out you can't do all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's kind of thing. Like that's what I was saying. Like as I've been, you know, expanding and doing more, I'm getting to the
Yeah.
point where, like, I have so much going on that I'm not going to be able to do all of it
Right.
at some point. I'm going to be able to record the sessions, oversee production, make sure it sounds how I want it
But
to.
you're gonna make enough
But
where you
somebody's-
can
yeah.
put people in a position to make money.
That's what I'm
So,
hoping for, bro. Next
yeah.
couple years, bro. And then we've grown so fast, you know.
Yeah.
Everything's happened so fast. You guys saw where I was
Yeah.
at. I think you saw my little 1-bedroom apartment on Rancière when I was living over there.
Yo,
dude. So
yo.
this shit is like,
Patno said, "Hey,
I think I came over your house like 2 a.m. one day just to check out some beats and stuff.
yeah, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
Patno
surprised.
said, hey, I need a budget for this stuff. I worked too slow for him. He had it before he even." Well, I guess we did have a talk.
We
though,
had to
'cause
talk.
could
I talked with you and Doss.
I still see.
Shout out to Doss.
You did like it's credit in there of what the stuff that you decided to get, and he did
Yeah.
it right then. I said, "Oh, he official. He really is talking about what he's doing." So you can't help to support that, and people got to realize too. The people, I feel like my biggest like thing that stresses me out is people say that I don't support them, and I be like, I do. Just put it in my face, then.
Yeah.
You got to put it in my face.
And I know that, like, especially when, okay, so the first time me and Ugly ever met, it was actually you were shooting for Chris Crown.
Right.
That's the very first day. When I was like, "Oh man, I've been wanting to meet this motherfucker, dude. He's
Yeah.
like the shit, like with his videos and shit."
Kind of.
And so you're shooting, and I'm watching, and I'm kind of giving director's notes when I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey man, I think
But
you
it's
should do
the
like
intake
this."
of
I was
it.
like, "Hey man, I ain't trying to step on toes." He's like, "No, you good, you good, you
Yeah.
good." Like I was like,
Because I'm taking it in.
Yeah.
I've always been my best directing with the people that was influencing me of, hey, do this, do this, do this. I'm like, it comes in my brain and I'm able to put it out.
Because it's never a one correct way to do
No,
something,
it's
man.
not.
It's always different way. And one big thing that I have a client that sometimes I don't really push them away, but sometimes I might raise the price. I let them raise the price just because sometimes they might be difficult to work with.
Yeah,
and
I got one now.
Because I had one guy, I did a video for him. He like it, but his thing is, I don't know if it's a mental thing, but he'll like it. He ready to finalize it. He might go to you, and you know what I'm saying, get advice from it.
Opinion, and then feel
then
like
he
he'll
hey,
take
man,
that.
I think I want to change that.
Yeah.
And then I change that and go to somebody else. I want to change, and then I'm like, all right, man. Like then that's when I learned I'm gonna have to put revisions in my stuff.
You get two revisions.
Yeah.
Or you just tell them, hey, yo, I got it to the point, like, you see how I shoot. Like, now what people do is, like, I don't care. Hey, I want you to put, this is my idea. This is what I got. I want to put it in your perspective and then shoot. Now, there's benefits off of that because you could do it. And some people just, I got people that'll take whatever I give them.
Yeah.
And that's scary, but they trust you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like I said, it's not a right or wrong way. Everybody got their own ideas, and but that's really, to me, I like that situation. If I can put it out, you know what I'm saying? If it's little corrections, I don't mind, but it's just I don't like the ones that be quiet.
Trust my vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones
That's
I don't
what it
like
comes
is when
to.
they quiet
And then at the
and
end,
then later they want to change. I'm like,
yo, I just sent a dude a logo. And he wanted to switch. I said, I already gave you one. I said, now should I charge this nigga? Or should, excuse my language, or should I just be like, you know what, I'm going ahead and whip
This
you up another
podcast is
one.
unedited as fuck, just so you know.
So I'm
We
like,
don't give a
dang.
shit. Say what the fuck's on your mind.
I'm like,
God
dang.
damn it,
Like,
bitch, cunt, whore. There you go. Say whatever the fuck you want.
I'm like, dang, man, like, yo, like a lot of people want more than they're able to invest in. Like I'm gonna bring this up on the podcast.
Deal with that.
I had a chick that reversed her payment on PayPal.
yo, I seen
boy.
that, and you can
I
boy.
explained that on
bro,
here.
you
Yeah.
can,
I don't mind.
You can ask my wife.
She
I
got
got
ate
so
up.
pissed. I was like,
Yeah.
man, how about look at this? I was
Yeah.
like, man, because I didn't see people do that. Then I was like, then she had the nerves to post this shit.
Yo, let
I
me
was
tell
like,
you
That
what
was the
I'm
worst part.
I'm gonna tell you
Bro.
in a straight line and as transparent as I can what happened. I met the chick, the homie L. Dot, introduced her to me.
Shout out to Eldon.
And he was like, we got a video together. I said, bet. I'm going to give her the video for $300. That's it, off the strength of L. Dot, because he's the homie. Like, he's going to be in it. I didn't know this chick or nothing. So, hey, I gave her the deal. She paid half of it. She waited 3 more months to pay me the other half. It might have been 2. It might have been 1. I don't know. It felt like 3 months. I told her, like, yo, you know, you're on my time now. You could pay, you paying the rest of your deposit, but now we got to schedule it. I can't just do it next week.
Yeah.
She wanted to do it that week. I said, these are the elements you need. You want to bring this, and that.
This is word of mouth contract.
Word of mouth, man, it's running gun. $300, man, you better leave me alone. Like, you know what I mean? So, we schedule it for the weekend. She's supposed to have this, and this there. We show up at the shoot. She just has this there. This and this ain't there no more. Them elements that you wanted to create the video is not there. I shot the video still. I made it as best as I could. You didn't like yourself in the video through phone conversation. This is why you got to have everything on paper, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that was my mistake. I'm thinking, like, it's just one of my running guns. Like, I could just do it real fast. Nah. So, that wasn't there. I did the best I could. I gave her the video. She didn't like it because of herself, how she looked. I should have got my makeup done, hair done. That was the conversation.
Yeah.
But the conversation to PayPal was I didn't receive my video. But she posted the video. It hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Because you
course,
took
bro.
my money. Oh, you
Now,
took
what
my
was
money back,
Now,
and then
is
you
it-
posted the video.
Yeah, it's like you just told me that you didn't like the way you look. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't, then you wouldn't have posted.
That, and then you told PayPal you didn't get no video.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And
you
then-
posted. Now I could take. I'm not even keep it.
Yeah. And that's
it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't like how the people were like attacking her. I'm not that dude, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know my support system was that big.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen the comments and stuff, and I was like, that was not my intentions.
Yeah.
They ate
It's-
her. They ate her YouTube up, bro.
Yeah, and you can always, and that's a professional way that you did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
Because somebody about what if I was in that situation and then he gonna treat me like that? He's like, you ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, that's just their opinions.
yeah.
But I had a situation like that, man. I think like I went to like a Kevin Hart show.
Yeah.
I filmed it before I left. It was a baby shower.
Right.
So I filmed that. I was like, hey, I'm gonna edit it, whatever, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So she paid half up front, and then I think I was out in Houston, and I was like, look, we already had this discussion. I was like, I'm gonna give you 2 versions of it. One is gonna be with, I guess copyrighted music, something you can use, you won't get flagged or anything.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The second version, she wanted the Beyonce song on it. And I was
For
like,
her own,
yeah.
whatever it flags,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So I was like, all right. She was like, no problem. And I was feeling, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, I don't want you to wait until I come all the way out there. I'm about to just send you the video. You can post it, whatever. When I get back in town, just pay me the rest. Well, she tried to post it. Facebook flagged it.
You told her though.
Bro, she says she's not paying me the rest of the money because Facebook won't
That's
let
what
her
you
have the-
want, and you explain it to her,
I was
bro. Just
like,
have everything
man.
in writing. That's what I be learning, man.
Yeah.
Like, cause, bro, like, yo, first of all, I'm not even charging y'all what y'all really should be charged.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, like, you already come to me because it's weird if somebody be like, yo, Ugly, shoot my video. I heard you shoot everybody video. I want you to shoot my video. Here's $600. And you ain't seen none of my videos.
Yeah.
The client scares me when they do that. I'm like, nah, I don't want to shoot it.
Yeah.
You ain't seen none of my work. You finna be difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro. Like, now I got it to a T. I got it to a where I'm able to, like, pick and choose who I deal with. Like,
And honestly, some of these clients, they don't be knowing, man. Like I had one guy, he wanted me to film. His music video was going to be him at this party,
right,
a house party type thing. He's performing there, or whatever.
right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, all right, he was going to pay me to go all the way out to, I think it was Ohio or something. That's where the party
Right.
was. But I'm like, hey, this is your party, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if you want the words to sync up or whatever, and you want people to react or whatever,
You're going to have to.
you're going to have to control the party. But
Yeah, you got to
he
control.
wasn't even letting the party know. He was just wanting me to film in there. I'm like,
Oh,
bro, we
yeah,
about to...
that's called a death trap.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
You're in a lose-lose situation.
Everybody's gonna come up to your camera, want a spot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm drunk. Watch me do this. Look,
Or they
my
don't
boobies.
care. Or they don't even. They don't even know the video's supposed to be happening.
Or they're gonna,
like,
or they might mash
walk
your
around
lens.
and-
Like, what the fuck are you doing
Yeah,
here?
why are
Type
you
shit.
recording
That's
me?
not safe for you as the cameraman.
Not even that. I'm like, bro, like, what are we going to do
put you
about
in an
lighting? What the
uncontrolled-
lighting is going to
They
look
put
like?
you in an uncontrolled environment.
or all the clearances for all those people unless
Yeah,
they
I've
signed a
been-
waiver coming in.
I've been in that situation. I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look, man. You don't. Nah, I think you doing that stuff. You gain value with yourself because it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, then you wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Bad experiences can be just as good
Yeah.
as good experiences.
So that's how you
'cause,
learn how to
you know,
read your clients. You be like, oh, I know what this is about to be about. No.
Even with one thing that you said, you said you like natural lighting, and I
Mm-hmm.
do as well. But with the client, I be having to let them know like this is our time frame to shoot.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, the sun don't play around. The sun ain't about to wait on you. You know what I'm
be
saying?
blunt, bro.
So I'm like, you know, that can give a whole different vibe. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to film and we're losing light, it's not, you know, especially if you want everything to match. You know what I'm saying?
I've made more networking and money being blunt than I've been the customer service type dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to explain that there is a difference. Like you could be presentation good and stuff like that, but if you're not truthful what you're saying, then like it could go very bad. I'd rather be blunt. Like, hey man, yeah, if you trying to hit me up at like 4:30 when our stuff is at 5, I'm not going to be able to do it with the lighting or something. And people be like, they'll take responsibility of situations because people will blame stuff on you. You know?
They absolutely will.
I had, for one instance, I had a customer, I do print press. So the customer approved everything. They sent me an email the next day. We had the prints and burnt everything on the machine. It was like, yo, this is the list of the letters we want on the back of the sponsors. Totally different down there on the screen. And I said, yo, you know, if you would have told me that within that last 2 minutes, I didn't see that, then we was going to press, and we was going to press over 200, 150 shirts. That, you know who they would have blamed that on? Me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, communication and just judging who your client. You could fire. I said it the other day. You could fire your clients. Like, I don't want to work with you no more, bro. It's too difficult.
So, okay. Speaking of complications and clients,
Hold on one second, man. And then with
I gotta add to that.
well, yeah, because like I said, I didn't fire my client, but I'm like, all right, look. You know you difficult. You
Push
asking for
restrictions
something.
on it.
What do you think this is worth? Let me know what you think. If me going on and doing it the way you want, how much you know, if he say a number that I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm happy with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to be stressed out. Well, I'm not going to be stressed out because I know
but
that
I'm willing
pay
to
is
deal
good.
with this client because of that.
Yeah.
Like, clients can stress you out, but have great ideas or great intentions. They just could be like annoying as hell. Like I got people that hit me up like every 5 minutes or something that I'm probably doing for free. But if somebody done paid me $2,500, I can't even get a hold of them to show them the next step of what I want to do because they're not worried about it.
Yeah.
It's just situational based, bro. Half our entrepreneurship and growing of our passion is the interaction of different people and networking and how you're able to control your surroundings or just fit into your surroundings or judge what surrounding you want to be in. Yeah. That's half the battle before all the creating and everything.
yeah, and you know, and another thing I was going to touch on, like I said, I've known Ed for years. Back when we first met, we were hanging out and stuff. I know that you were having a lot of issues with your baby mama at the time, wife at the time. Got all that sorted out. Well, I was pretty much dealing with mine the whole time up until this past
bro,
year.
you used to stress me out with that too.
Yeah,
I apologize to cut you off.
Yeah.
I was like, my nigga, like but I felt it. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, what's it like now? Because I've noticed too, even when you've had, you know, everybody has it, the marital issues and stuff that come up. You know, some of it's been public on social media. Some of it I know is in private. I know that we've talked. You know, I'm glad you were able to trust me to talk to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, always. What is it like now though, with the different dynamic of having that support, you know, that you need in order to be out and be productive?
Yeah, I want to say support, man. Even just having somebody to talk to, the vent, bro, it makes me more productive. Because I know back then, man, like I used to be so stressed out. I'd be like, man, I ain't worrying about filming, man. Like, I pass. I got too much going. But, you know, even just having people to be like, hey, man, like, I got the kids. You know, I watch the kids for you. Because, you know, me and you were single dads. You know, sometimes I couldn't just go out or I had to bring the kids with me or whatever. But, you know, just hitting up people, talking, it's been a lot of times where I posted some stuff on social media and I'd be like, man, after talking to people, let me take this down. You know what I'm saying?
Same. We all do it. We all do it.
So that's about it, man. I think I've been a lot more productive, but I I be dealing with like anxiety and depression a lot. I don't really, and that's one reason I don't like doing a lot of music videos, because I don't like being around a lot of people I don't like. You know, if it's somebody or one client, you know, I can start building something and I feel comfortable. But other than that, I don't like being around, especially like with music videos. You know, it's a lot of people you don't know. People want to point guns at the camera.
It's a risk factor.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. You know, and then if the cops come out, you know, it's a bad situation. Versus now that I'm doing work with businesses, I don't have to be worrying about that. Everything is legit, man, and it's just a different vibe. So I would say it's more because, you know, the friends I have that I can call on, and then the new clients I have. It's I can be more productive because it's something that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a passion behind it.
That's good. And yeah, again, like I said, we talked about some stuff throughout the years, and I'm glad that you guys were able to get things sorted out and calm down. And, you know, congrats on that. And congrats on your continued success through COVID and just throughout the years, man. I've seen the growth and proud of you.
Appreciate it, bro.
It's good stuff.
Hey.
Yo, his life is like a twin of mine.
And that's what we were getting to next.
I think maybe it's the same thing. Everything you said is the same thing that I've either going through or went through, or you know what I mean? So
yeah. So with that, stemming from after we left the film project, I know that you went through some rocky times there for a little bit.
Yeah, me and my girl. Like, Das is the monster.
She is. Shout out again to Das.
Yeah, Das is a different type creature, bro. Like, woman, she's a beautiful woman, but she's a different being. Like, she brings structure to everything. And I think my problem, what I realized, like, Das had brought so much structure to me. Like, I didn't want her to give that structure away to anybody else. But when she started building, her network got big and she started doing it. So I went through a hard time of feeling like I wasn't being supported by home, which I felt like I built that from. You know what I mean? But as I backed off and respected it, things start changing back to the direction I wanted to go. Like, you know what I mean? So, I went through a stage where I feel like I was probably being selfish, you know, and I had to realize that I'm a giving person. I've done over 600 music videos, probably 1,000 visuals,
insane.
period.
That's fucking wild.
Designing wise, I think I've done over 750 logos for companies, and that's just in this central area. Like, so having Das come in and be able to structure all that, that's lucky. Dudes don't get that, bro. Especially somebody you're interested in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just stop what they're doing and like build. So I went through that stage, and then I was negative about it, but I'm back positive about it. And that's what's actually been getting me going. Like, having a companion that you could just, both of y'all like getting money, grinding the same way. This shit's fun, bro. Like, you can't, you know what I mean?
And outside looking in, it's a beautiful thing, dude. It really is, you know.
We fight over business shit.
I don't.
And niggas be like, y'all stupid. Y'all be fighting over like people fight over like who is this in your phone? We fight over like, yo, I told you to order them 10 shirts. I'm going with somebody else. And that's the stuff that like hurt our relationship. But people be like, yo, y'all gotta stop taking. That's dope. People wish they could fight over that. You know what I mean? So I respect her now. Like, I always have, but I respect the situation more now.
Yeah. No, I definitely, like I said, dude, I saw when I first met you guys, and the way I've always viewed you guys, it was like, just like, that's the team. And it's so cool to see a couple as a team like that. It's just, it's bananas to me. It's like outside of my normal what is possible. Yeah. And it's just always been so dope to me. And I'm sure everybody else that follows you guys as fans or friends or whatever. So when you went through the times you're going through, I never, ever, ever try to encroach or project anything.
No, you haven't. I appreciate that.
I always let you vent to me and say what you guys say. I'm like, hey, you're still my dude. You're my bro, and I support you. Whatever's happening. I still support Doss, of course. She's awesome.
Yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, like whenever you guys took the trip to Vegas recently and you're out there filming and stuff, and I saw you guys smiling together and having fun, dude. I was like,
yeah, that's where it really is.
It was so beautiful, bro. It really was. It was a beautiful moment, and I'm so glad that you were willing to open up about that. I really wanted to, just for the listeners and for everybody that, because I feel like what we're doing here, what I'm doing, what you're doing, what Ed's doing, what we're doing collectively here in Killeen and as a culture and what we're building, as a community, is something special. And I think that if we can be open about it and kind of transparent and kind of stay interconnected, that it's only going to make us stronger, and it's going to make something even more genuine and better, and it's just going to
it definitely gonna
grow
make
beyond
us,
expectations.
It's definitely gonna make us strong, but like everybody is human. Like you could just be a dope human. Yeah, like you know what I mean. A dope, like you got, you know what I mean. Yeah. So like but everything is relatable. So like people, you become dope when somebody can relate to you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So everybody that I'm around, I relate to. I used to be around people that I didn't relate to, and I realized I had a superpower because like I could adjust to it.
Same.
You know? So
I know very well.
A lot of us probably do have superpowers then.
I told somebody recently, and actually that exact thing that you're saying, the exact fucking thing. Yeah. I was like, I realized, like, the way I think about things and the way I process things, the way my brain works, the way I react to things is different. And I'm always, no matter even if I'm in like company that like I relate to on some level, I always feel kind of odd man out.
All the time. That's why you win, though.
Right. And I was like, you know what? Because I was talking to somebody, like, hey, you need to realize, though, that us people that are, like, fucked up like that, you're not really fucked up. Right. That's a superpower.
Yes.
Because you're able to be outside of the box. Yes. Everybody can't get outside the box. Right. Shout out to Roddy Rich. Anyway. Out
the box. No, that's some real stuff, though. Like, man, you want to cherish that superpower that makes you different, but you gotta think everybody in that motherfucking room feel as awkward as you. Ain't nobody in that room as comfortable as unless it's their room. Like, you know what I mean? But anything outside the box, bro, people are thinking the same way. Yo, do I got something on my lip? Did I talk too much? Maybe I didn't. What the fuck? Do they look at me like this? Is my value really that good? Or are they just be boosting me? Like, my nigga, your mind is, I'm psycho. Yeah. So I know.
That's all anxiety.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I know I'm psycho, but then you realize, this motherfucker right here is thinking the same shit that I'm thinking. So it eases you a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I got a scale from 0 to 100. I can be completely calm and reading a book. Yeah. I could be doing like some goofy ass jackass shit just because it's funny for the camera. Right. Or we can have a real conversation and we can go throw some hands or something. I can do that too. Right. Like, just your option. We can do all. We got options.
I got guns too.
We got options, and that's what I always try to tell people. Like, I am okay with, it's damn near borderline schizophrenic with the way my fucking
with any situation
personality is, because I can adjust. Right. I'm like, I believe that everybody that can be should be a layered individual. You shouldn't have just one thing that defines you or one mindset or whatever. And a lot of that for me, again, we talked about this, it's not everybody's deal, but for me, a lot of that was with psychedelics helping me fucking break the fucking mold and figure it out.
My mold was when it broke me to realize that things are real life. When you could tell somebody like that's worth like $250,000, like, bro, fuck you, and they still want to fuck with you. Yeah. Nigga, you don't need me. Why you keep, like, you know what I mean? Like, so then, bro, whatever you do, create value. That's for everybody. Create a value for yourself, and that's gonna surpass any type of money or anything, because you're always worth that value. You know what I mean?
Things, it's interesting, like to be in the moment and see things that are like, I've been trying to build all this stuff and do all this stuff and help everybody else out and overextend myself all the time. But recently, now when somebody calls me, I have negotiation power. I can like ask for things. I can be like, hey, I'm not making any demands, but I feel like you should do this. Like I can direct people.
Oh, let me
like,
get 2 of them. Matter of fact, and then you're like,
This is all brand new to me, and it's like it's starting to happen.
Yeah, it's scary.
Everybody's starting to blow my phone up, like, hey, you should really put me on this and that, and like.
Why should
I don't have
do
to.
that?
I don't have to.
Why should I do that?
Self-worth, man.
Yeah.
You knowing what
Yo,
you
it's
worth,
a great
man.
feeling.
It's new. It's new for me.
It's annoying when the reaction where they're like, yeah, I know too. Like, so what do I have to do? And you'd be like, oh, okay, so now I need to go. Now I'm looking at my notepad because I was like, I didn't think I was going to get past that formula. But now since I'm there.
So I'm sure.
What's your budget?
I'm 100% sure that Ugly's like 10 phases ahead of me that I still got to go through
so.
as I'm getting there. It's all growing. It's all growing. I still got some phases I got to hit, bro.
I remember when I had one client, man. Like it's a different feeling when you around people who like not rich people, but somebody that's willing to pay.
Their wealth and they're willing to pay. They're in a position where they can pay. Let's put it like that.
Because like when I feel like doing a music video, somebody like, hey man, how much? I feel like I'm already the price I'm throwing out. I already know it's about to hurt me, and then still I'm like, well, is this gonna be good for them? Because sometimes they still might be like,
I do that on the reg.
Yeah, but I used to get around like the people, have money. Like I used to race cars. I used to go out there. I do film out there, and then somebody was like, hey man, how much to do for this for my company? And I'm like,
man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all a cheat code right now. Yo, dude come to you. Yo, how much your videos? You gotta spend $1,500. Well, I gotta spend $50. Yeah, I'm $500, but you gotta invest $1,000 in your video. They're gonna look at you. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah.
Yes, you have to be willing to invest $1,000 in yourself before you talk to me.
I'm so happy that you said that because one of the, like I said, for the people that are on the brand or with the brand or that might potentially become part of the brand, I'm lowballing for everybody, right?
Yes.
Because if you put any money up to show me that you're serious, then I'm going to take you serious. But don't ask me to do shit for free.
Right.
At all.
That's
because that should be respect because of what I'm trying to do for you and put you on. You got to show me some kind of respect, bro.
Yeah.
Throw $20 at me. Okay, let's talk. We'll have a conversation. But later, once we build this enough, the way I'm trying to do it, and I can build, Okay, so the whole point behind this is as we're building everything, right? It's gonna get to the point where we have enough residual income where I, like the promoters do and the venues do, I can start booking comics myself. And then it's a matter of, okay, venue, do you want to start talking business or are you going to just block me out? What are we going to do?
They're going to have no choice but to talk business.
And
you know what?
And I'm glad we've already started the conversation now with like, we got good things going on, positive things going on for the community, the charity.
And you
charity
pushing through COVID.
Yeah, like
who does this through COVID?
We've got a huge charity event about to happen, and it's all because I've been building and biding my time and trying to stay positive and not fucking with nobody, not having no beef, whatever. Hey, whatever, it's not my problem, bro.
Yeah. Every day I tell people, I said, yo, my drama meter is at 0% today.
Absolutely.
I speak that stuff into
people try to project it on you though, and that's the other thing I've learned. That's the other part of the becoming more successful. People that either slept on you or that you didn't fuck with, they come back around to try to fucking throw salt on your shit. That's what's been happening with me too.
Probably, boy, when I make that
my
million,
website, I have hacking attempts on my website like every day.
Oh yeah, me too. Yo, when I make this million. Yo, I got so many niggas that's finna come out. Like, look at this text message when they said they don't fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know it's coming.
Well, you just let me know, Ugly, because whenever you get your millions, I'll do whatever you say.
They gonna throw all this.
Do I gotta wear a dress on camera? We'll do it.
Hell nah. Hell nah.
I'll go Eddie Murphy. We can do it.
I do gotta use the restroom though.
Yeah, that's go piss. Right. Just set your headset down.
I didn't want to interfere with
No, you saw me leave to get alcohol a while ago. We're good.
True.
Yeah, we're good. We're you want some? Okay. The Coke? Yeah, I got you. No, I don't have any of that. I've been living a sober life, Ed. I'm a man with children.
How they been, man?
My kids are good, man. My kids are happy. They're healthy. They go to their moms. They have a good time with their moms, but they want to live here with dad.
Know where the restroom at, bro.
It's to your right, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully you didn't piss in the sink or something. I don't know what happened.
Oh man,
Dude, I'm so glad I got you here for this interview. I've been and like you
man,
you told me so many
lie,
times. You told me
no
so many
lie,
times,
man.
yeah.
I finally put my foot down with my job and was like, look, I need a time off. Like I'm gonna only work these days, and these other days I'm gonna be productive for my own. I just felt like I'm tired of building a company.
And they respected it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had no choice. I'm changing my
No.
hours.
Hear me out.
Did they respect it? No.
I know. But did they honor it?
Yeah, they honored it.
There
yeah.
you go. That's what
Yeah.
I was looking for. That's the words I need to use.
Because I just feel like I said, I just don't like investing. Like, you know, I just felt like I was putting my all into this company.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why can't I do this for myself? You know what I'm saying? I can do this for my brand. I'm helping y'all, and then at the end of the day, I'm replaceable. And all the stuff that I did for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just taking a run with it. So,
Dude, whenever I have enough money to get you at a regular rate to do camera work and edit, you're 100% hired, just so you know. I'm going to come to you with a contract. But we're still building. We're still in the, like I said, I'm still getting them late bills and shit. So
because you know me, man, I'd be like, man, I want to do it, but I'm like, I don't know what's. And then,
you know what? I'm gonna ask you some stuff after we get done recording, because I don't want to ask you rates and shit on camera.
Gotcha.
So we'll talk.
Gotcha.
But yeah, dude, I fucked with Ed long. By the way, Ed, here's a good story about Ed. Okay, so me and Ed, we met through Facebook. I believe I saw a video or heard a song or something, and then I reached out. I sent him some stuff. He's like, hey, I fuck with your music too. Let's link. And we did. I rode out to Copper's Cove when he was living out there. And Ed actually borrowed this set, this exact studio headset that my buddy bought me while he was in Afghanistan. Shout out to Micah Cantlow, good friend of mine. Or Mika, excuse me. This set is a pair of Dre, Beats by Dre, the Detox editions.
I think when they first came out.
They first came out, and they have lasted all these years. It's been about 8 years. Ed borrowed these because he needed some good studio monitor headphones. They broke while he had them.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of making excuses, and I was upset when he called me and told me, but instead of making excuses, Ed got the soldering gun by himself and fixed these fucking headphones before he gave them back to me. And that solder he did has lasted this entire time that I've had these. Your shit lasted longer than the factory shit. Just so you know.
No, that's not what happened.
Isn't that what happened? You said it broke. You said it broke and you had to solder it or something.
No. Now I remember it, but it was the cord for some reason.
The cord fucked up. Okay.
You know how it unplugs. You can use it as wireless or whatever.
Yeah.
But something, I don't know what happened. I think my buddy
was it
Dutch,
the cord?
Yeah, I think my buddy Dutch.
Dutch. Oh man, I love Dutch. Shout out to Dutch. That's the video I was talking about earlier. Hey, bring Dutch home, man.
Yeah,
love
man.
Dutch. He's a fucking fantastic artist. If I ever do music seriously again, Dutch, I got you, man. We're gonna get down.
As soon as he get home, man, I'm gonna try to get him on the podcast. I don't know.
Oh,
man.
dude, I would love to have Dutch on the podcast and just we can talk about all of it.
Yeah.
This is an unedited show.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
With him, man, like that's my brother, man. Like I said, I don't really.
As a person and as an artist, huge fan of Dutch, dude.
Yeah.
I know that he's a knucklehead, bro.
Yeah.
He gonna do what he do or he did.
He grinds, man. And then he helped me with my business. I don't talk much. I'm like the quiet guy, but I don't know why I changed a lot, after high school or whatever. But he did a lot of negotiation. He did a lot of talking for me. He was that person I could put him out there, come back, hey man, we got booked for this and we gonna do this or whatever. So he did a lot of that. But he's a dope character, man, like for real. But I think something happened in the studio. I think he accidentally broke it. And I just didn't want to play the blame game. And I'm like, at the bottom line, I'm like, it's in my possession, so I have to get that shit back to however, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want nobody that shit to happen to me, bro. So
yeah.
But I think we known each other before that, bro, because I think I was in the military. We was in like Comanche.
You were on Comanche.
Yeah, I was in Comanche.
You know what? You're right. You were living on Comanche the first time I came over. Yeah, we didn't record or anything. We didn't record till I went to the trailer.
Yeah.
That was my first time I record. That song is still unfinished, and I feel like we should finish it. It's a
Which
good.
one?
living beyond all those dreams and ambitions.
Okay, yeah.
That
I
shit
got
goes
you, got
hard,
you.
bro.
Hell yeah.
That's a dope ass hook.
Man.
That shit. That was supposed to be. I was doing the CD. It was gonna be the 13th hour or the 12th hour. It was gonna be the 12th hour because the saying is the 11th hour is when somebody's like overdue or they push it to the last minute.
Yeah.
They say the 12th hour because I'm overdue. That was gonna be it.
Gotcha.
But I still, dude, I'm gonna play some. Do you have time before you leave?
Yeah,
I can play a couple, dude. Me and two
I
times.
need to get back into music, man. Like, no lie.
I still love it because now when I feel like I come to a song now with way more maturity than when I started. So
Yeah.
my rhyme schemes are way different. My vocabulary is way different. Like I feel like I say deeper shit
Yeah.
than I did when I was first starting. But yeah, man. Uglyboy.
Gotta
We were-
smoke.
That was, yeah. You had to hit a cigarette.
Yeah.
I feel you. It's okay.
Stress.
Shout out to nicotine. Anyway, no, it was good. We had to talk about what we need to talk about. I wanted to talk about it. We talked about it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's what this podcast is for that. So I'm glad we did. Dude, this is going to be a good episode for people that are looking into getting into filming, or maybe they're just doing videos right now. Because we discussed a lot of either technical stuff, behind the scenes stuff. This is going to have a very specific purpose. So definitely gonna be a good look, and I'm glad that you guys were able to get synced up with me and we could put this together, because I know that different people wanted to sit in with you guys. I was like, no. I have this vision of who I want to have on and how it's gonna go. So thank you guys so much again for coming out.
Man, thank you for being a part. Been waiting for a minute, you know.
Yeah, I tell people, don't be scared to get on YouTube, man. Even though I went to school, man, like, it was for...
You were the main one. Like, I don't know if I want to be on camera. I don't think I can do an interview.
Yeah.
And dude,
I don't know what happened,
we've knocked out 2 hours like nothing. Mm-hmm. And I told you, you just trust me. I'll get you in here.
Didn't even scratch the surface.
Just get in here and let me get talking to you, and you'll understand. You'll catch the vibe. And we've got plenty more work to do.
But you know what I'm saying, for people watching, I used to tell people, man, don't be scared to get on YouTube, man. That's where you can learn a lot, man. Like, I used to sit there hours just watching different people, man. And, you know what I'm saying, you still want to create your own style, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, like, you can save money. I only went because the school military paid it. But other than that, bro, like, you can sit there. I learned a lot from people who never went to school, man. I learned stuff from Ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I learned stuff from you directing and stuff.
Experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a guy. Everything that I do is just I'm passionate about it. Mm-hmm. When I was a little kid, like, I used to watch Discovery Channel. They do like movie magic and all this other behind the scenes stuff and whatever would show you how to do the practical effects or. I used to obsess about this. I used to watch it I won't say obsess, but I used to watch it like whenever it was on.
It is an obsession.
So everything with film, like especially horror movies, like slasher movies and stuff, dude. Like, I could totally see writing scripts and doing like some Eli Roth shit, like low budget, like building some shit. You know what I'm saying? I have a pretty decent slasher script with some pretty brutal kills in it that, like, when I read it, it literally like makes me like uncomfortable because of how fucking crazy I wrote this shit.
I want to do this film, and I'm on live, so I can say this. So somebody take it. It's fine. I want to do a film. I seen this kind of happen, but from like I'm into that zombie apocalypse type thing.
I'm down.
You already know. Hey, I want to do one where it's in the person that's mutating's perspective. Even if we slow down 20 minutes into a whole 30-minute hour
I don't think
movie.
that has been done.
Well, okay.
You see what I'm
Wait.
saying?
It has. Well, hold up.
It has.
For real?
On,
It has. No. Let me finish. Like 5th or 6th grade, I saw this movie. It was called iZombie. This is way before the series.
Right.
It was a British film. This guy was like a documentary filmmaker or something. He was hiking or something. He was walking out in the woods and he gets attacked by a zombie. It was a low
I know what
budget
you're
movie.
talking about. Like London type.
Yeah. And there's this one part in the movie. This dude's like turned into a zombie, right? And so he can't see his girlfriend or anything.
Yes.
He kills a chick with a wine bottle.
Yes.
And then he's jacking his dick and rips his dick off.
Maybe that wasn't the same movie. I don't remember that.
He rips his dick off. No, because like you see like his facial expression, like he started pleasuring himself, and he stops and he goes,
I don't think.
fuck? It's like a dick over top.
Maybe I didn't watch that. It sounded like the same film for a second.
It might have
Unless it was a
been,
parody.
unless you saw 28 Days Later, maybe. No, the one I saw was like not a parody. It was like a regular zombie movie. He like murders some chick with like a wine bottle. He smashes. He like the date he brings home. He chloroforms her and smashes her. In
Now see this one, he went and left his girl because him and his girl was having like problems, and he went to like this resort.
That's a different
In
one.
the resort, he got attacked by a zombie, so it kind of shows like him hallucinating. And so my film, I wanted to start it off like, yo, somebody, boom, they locked themselves in the shed in the back of somebody's house, and they're bitten.
Yeah.
But they hear everything out there that's going on, and they're slowly mutating
we
into
talked
that.
about this. I sent you a concept script thing, like a day-to-day diary thing. I sent you.
But you know, it reminds me of one of the movies that's like photo booth, or no, the phone booth,
Phone booth. Yeah.
or trap room,
You know what I really liked?
safe room.
I really liked.
Yeah.
I really liked the VHS series. I want to do something
Yes,
like that.
like V8. Yo,
do
that's what
something
the
like
other
that.
zombie one is. You remember when the Asian guy is VHS too? The Asian guy, there was that like some
Those
little camp.
movies are legitimately scary. They're really fucking well
Yes.
done.
Yeah.
I want to do.
Check
I want to
them
do some
out,
shit like
bro.
that.
I'm gonna have to do that, man.
ABC's a death.
Oh,
too.
that movie's fucking
That
ridiculous.
shit's
Which
weird.
one?
You might
Yeah.
catch like 5 out the whole series. That's
It's
dope.
too much going on. Yeah.
Watch ABC's of Death. It goes through A to Z.
That one's really creepy.
scenarios, and what it is, it's little filmmakers being able to show what their capabilities of doing a short film with the letter that they're presented. It has to be horror though. So the letter A could be like
Axe murderer.
X murderer.
Okay.
You have to make that
I think I
movie.
seen something on Netflix not too long
It's
ago.
on.
About,
Is it on that?
But
I
it
don't
was
think
something
it-
about like
Well,
the
V-
seasons or something like. Something
I got on
holidays.
Fire
So
Stick.
ABC's
It was
of
one
Death.
about holidays.
It
or
was
something.
that one, dude. It had parts in it though that were
That's
like it was
stupid.
too much. It was
That's
like some.
stupid.
Okay, so have you ever heard of something called murder porn or fucking like basically, it's basically a snuff film. Like I don't know if you know what a snuff film is. A snuff film is like video of somebody actually being murdered or something like that. Which I've seen shit like that in my time on Earth. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
sticks with you a little bit, but they start basically. Okay, so have you ever seen I Spit on Your Grave or Last House on the Left?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like imagine something where something's just ultra violent for the sake of being ultra violent. Have you ever seen Hostel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. Some of ABC's of Death is like that. It's like it's just like as
Torture-based
gross, uncomfortable torture porn. I don't know. I said
Saw.
murder porn,
Yeah,
torture
that
porn.
Like watching
Yeah.
different versions of Saw being created.
it's
or
just too much.
Overwhelming.
Like, hey, let's cut this guy's Achilles and make him walk
let's
across the
split
room.
this dude's tongue in half and like show exactly what it'll look like.
I can't watch that kind of shit.
Me neither.
Because
My
I
stomach don't
get like you can call it like an empath shit, dude. I start like even though I know it's practical effects or makeups or whatever, I start feeling that shit. Like
I can't
do it,
watch.
dude.
It's a name for that. Like people that can't watch humans being like dissected and blood and stuff, but that any other creature you don't care. You could watch a spider get stepped on and
Yeah.
don't feel no type of way.
Yeah.
But we'll let somebody's head get squished.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like,
No lie, man.
You know
what I mean?
My wife showed my stepson a video of like I think like something happened to a dude and like his head just opened up a little bit.
showed
or
it to
something.
him?
Yeah.
Why would
like,
she show it to him?
Well, not on purpose, but you know how kids be
still,
like, I want to
like,
see, I want to,
yeah.
you know, and then like no, he's like,
That
Mom, I want to see.
devastate that.
He's seen it. You know what I'm saying? He was gone like
So,
damn,
dude, you can scar people like that. Give them some mental issues.
yo, so like, look, yo, it's a. I don't know what the word for it is, but it's for people that can't see other people. Like, I couldn't be no doctor,
I couldn't either. No, not at all.
but there's people that don't even.
But
they don't.
It's fucked up though because I do have these because I grew up watching a lot of horror movies. That was like the main genre I watched.
Same here.
So I have good ideas for like horror type stuff. I'm like halfway through the one slasher script. I sent Ugly a concept. You remember the concept? The I'm not gonna say on here, but the concept. I had a lot of details for it too, because I kept studying, and the more I studied, the more like I wanted to start doing sketches and shit. Like
That's what makes the movie.
So many,
the detail makes the movie.
I still want to do that movie, by the way, at some point. I want to flesh that out and make it a thing, because I think it's a dope concept. And jumping into that kind of stuff it's different, because because it's not mainstream. People aren't familiar with those kind of stories.
But you already You
remember what I said though? You remember what I said
though?
It
again. I done seen you in a couple of
You remember what I said though? I said if I write this, and I'm very confident in how I'm writing it, I'm still gonna have oversight for this specific stuff due to the cultural sensitivity stuff. I remember I told you that.
Yeah.
Because
that's fine.
I think no, because with that type of material, I think you should for legitimacy's sake.
Yeah.
So then that at that point, that person would be a co-writer or whatever. That would be the oversight portion.
But teamwork make the dream work. So
it does. No, I wasn't saying a negative way. I was just saying that's how concerned with it being legitimate I was. You know what I'm saying?
But you're good though. Our process of casting calls and script writing. Like, I think our next project that we do is gonna be very seamless and very well perfected, because we've already know what can destroy.
Yeah. I think, dude, we may not even realize it here at this very moment, but I think something really big's coming.
Yeah.
Something
I already
really
know. I've done a lot of things in my life, and I reaped the karma from it. And now lately, I've been getting a lot of good karma, and I don't know what. I think it's because the more that I motivate myself to help people, the more that it comes back on me. Mm-hmm. People will be like, you know what? I'm going to fuck with him because, he's putting it back in. And he's transparent as if he needs to receive something. Yeah. So I feel like this year, you asked at the beginning of the show, what is it this year? I've created value for myself.
Same.
And I want people to be able to create that value for yourself before the age that I am. Do it at 25. Do it at 18.
That's where you get happiness from, man. I swear, it's a different vibe when you're doing it for you. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? And then, the clients, they get what they want, but it's just a different. I'd rather take on the project where I'm going to have fun with it as well. You know what I'm saying? If we
you're going to be more willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
Most definitely.
So, gentlemen, I think we've about reached the end of this journey we're on. Mm-hmm. You guys have given some awesome and extremely valuable insight into both filming and being a business owner and everything that goes into it. Ed,
what's up, man?
Do you have any social media or websites or projects you want to plug right now?
You can check me out. You just type in Seriouz Films, and that's with a Z at the end. For the S's on YouTube, and then for Instagram, it's Seriouz Films as well. I will eventually get into other stuff, but right now it's just Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah.
Short and sweet. All right, so Uglyboy, a.k.a. Michael Hobbs, look him up. Look him up.
That's all you got to type in. Google.
Do you have anything that you would like to plug, and could you please give us your social media handles?
Yes. Michael Hobbs, regular, Facebook. Hey, actually, anything, just type in the Blackbarlist in Google. And the Blackbarlist designer brand on IG will come up. The Ugly Director will come up on IG. Facebook is the Blackbarlist designer brand, Michael Hobbs. But if you type in the Blackbarlist, I got it pretty much to the point where it's going to point you in every direction that you can contact me in. So, I do want to go to my clothing line brand, which is www.theblackbarlistdesignerbrand.com. I know it's long, but I wanted everybody to feel each and every word of this web store. So go purchase your hoodies, your T-shirts. I have affiliates coming soon. So people that have other brands, I'm going to let them use my platform to sell their clothes, and they get 100% profit. I don't want nothing from it. So if you got a brand, brand yourself, and I'm willing to do that. You know what I mean? www.theblackbarlistdesignerbrand.com. Anything else with the Blackbarlist, we good. Yep.
And there you have it. You have Serious Films. You have the Blackbarlist. You have the Dead Crow brand.
Dead Crow.
Fire by Ugly Hobbs.
Yo, I'm going to tell you about Dead Crow before we leave.
Do you want to tell the story real quick?
Yeah, I
just want to, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. You can say it.
I used the live crow as an introduction, like maybe like 2019 to add, because I do logos, but I don't have a logo for my brand. It's a bar, so it's weird. So I was like, yo, let me add a little flavor to my logo since I don't have one and I do them. I added the crow. I like the crow. It always represents of a present that's crossing over. I'm very spiritual, so it was dope. But I realized that live crow means it could be evil presence is crossing over at a time of a situation. So I killed the crow, which means it became a dead crow. I looked up dead crow. It meant new beginnings of greatness. If you type in Google right now, dead crow, and you click under the first one, it's going to tell you the meaning. If you come across a dead crow, it means new beginnings of greatness.
That's dope.
And I was like, yo, that's it. Dead crow. That's what I'm about. Then it turned into the Jim Crow. Jim Crow is a law that segregated black and white people in the world. So, you know, seeing that I'm Dead Crow, I'm going to kill Jim Crow too. Jim Crow's dead, and you know, it is crazy because I never knew that it would have that much meaning, but it made sense. Everything that I was going
it came
through.
in place. It sounded like it was just meant to be, bro.
Yeah, so.
And whenever that first happened, I remember I was getting into my car. There was a crow under my car. I said, hey, man, something's happening here. Something's happening here.
Yes.
And as soon as he put the first post up where the dead crow, he said, Jim Crow's a dead crow. It was like a hashtag thing. I saw it. I said, and he hadn't branded it yet all the way.
You're right.
I said, Ugly, that's it. That's
did.
it.
Yeah.
Right there, you just hit it. That's going to be the thing right there. You just did it right there.
You are the one that pushed me to say, yeah, that's it, you oxymoron. That's it. Like, you know what I mean?
As soon, like I said, I'd seen that the dead crow, and then as soon as I saw, because I was supporting the dead crow, like, because I was like, hey, I saw crows here at the house. They're right by my car. Like,
You said, I'm
crazy.
not, yo, he
It's like, I'm
chose,
not dick riding, but I really saw this. Like, I'm not fucking with you.
He chose not to move in a particular place because there was crows around the house.
Yeah.
And he sent me the picture. He said, nope, this ain't the one.
Yep.
Right? Am I correct?
That's correct.
That's crazy.
And when he did that, I said, man, no, don't make me reliable on where you going to lay your head.
So,
but it was real.
Yeah, we fed off the energy reciprocally, off of each other. So yeah, it's real. It's very real. Everything we're doing is real. So again, thank you very much.
Most definitely.
Ed, shout out to So Serious. Thank you so much, very much. Michael Hobbs, a.k.a. Uglyboy.
Thank you, sir.
And the Blackbarlist and the Dead Crow and all that other good stuff. Shout out again to Doss.
Adasa.
And thank you all, as always. This is Everybody Hates Eric, and I know you all do. See you next time.
Yeah.